Continue. No. No. We're on game 2 now. Yes. Turnabout trigger. Here it comes. The presidential plane. Wait, I missed it. Right on there. Is that 3D? Just listen to that crowd. Welcome, Zheng Fa. Welcome, President. Ayo? Zheng Fa? That's China, right? That's where Agent Ling is from. Has Sheena been arrested? Honored friends and allies, I am here today to deliver the message. Members Homo and Dog, my division are no more thanks to the prosecutor's office of a great country. Someone killed the president? We have our most heartfelt gratitude, battle against our evil leaders on. Here today, I make you the solemn promise. Hey, stop! Hold on, slow down. We'll crush the wicked with the righteous hammer. Hey, slow down, man, I can't read that fast. Somebody killed the president. That's a pretty huge deal. Call the prosecutor's office. Get my if anyone can solve this, he can. Hey, I got a name for myself. I got a name for myself. I think I briefly remember this too. He looks like that actor, doesn't he? From the first game? Some Steel Samurai dude, right? He looks like the guy. The news must be halfway around the world. So I'm in Zheng Fa now, right? After all, it's not there every day Tet is made. Hello. The life of a nation's president. My name is Miles Ashworth, and I work as a prosecutor. I came as soon as I got the call. The moment the phone rang, I knew it was serious. Mr. Edgeworth? Yeah, this is the game where we do logic puzzles, right? The chess pieces. This is the Gumshoe, a detective with the local precinct. Yeah, we know who he is. Yeah, I suppose you better show me the crime scene, alright. They're assuming this is my first game. Hey yo, the kid. The horn kid, right? Guy with the horn? No, never mind. You're the prosecutor in charge of this case, ain't you? You wanna give me the first impression? Anything strikes you as odd? No comment. Detective Gumshoe, with me. I swear there was a kid who had his hands in his pockets all the time. I think he had either headphones or horns of some kind. I'll need the facts of this case in as much detail as you can give me. Well, the scene was right here, at Gwert Lake, as you already know. A bunch of people were gathered to welcome the President of Zheng Fa. President of Zheng Fa to... Oh wait, we're not in Zheng Fa. Right? Where are we? He landed somewhere. It's been all over the news for days. Especially about President Di Zhenwang. It was raining until just before it landed. Luckily, it let up, and he went on stage as he planned. And then, smack dab in the middle of the speech, bang. The gun goes off and everybody runs for cover, terrified for their lives, apparently. Apparently. I just fucking missed it. So the truth is, I only just showed up myself. I don't know the whole lot more than you do, sir. You were summoned on short notice as well. Sure was. Right in the middle of my day off. Well, you're getting paid, man. I was at office taking advantage of the peace and quiet to prepare for my next case, and then boss himself calls you to the scene. Never a dull moment, huh? The boss, chief prosecutor, was right here in the park. Saw the whole thing. First chance he got, he yelled at the top of his lungs, "Get me Edgeworth right away. He's the only man for the job," something like that. I see. Oh, they cordoned the perimeter of the park off as soon as it happened. You'll be happy to know. Alright, so our would-be assassin is still here somewhere. Good. Okay, so is the president dead? Or was it in the middle of the crowd before they strike again? Fine, what? Alright, we don't know what else might be planning. These people are in danger. Assassination attempt. We don't have a moment to lose. Let's begin with the basics. Search every inch of the crime for clues, no matter anything. President was shot at, which means gun was involved. That's our first thing. He was shot at. He's not dead, right? Alright, duly noted. How exactly was the security details surrounding the president? Well, sir, our officers were mainly focused on securing the perimeter. The president's people took charge of the rest. He has his own team of bodyguards. See those guys over there? Maybe ask them a few questions. Will do. Can I play the game? I know. Alright. Sir, the president's bodyguards over there. Ah, so they are. I know. Is it just me, or? It's not just me, right? It got slower? I know! Let me just walk. Let me play the game. Alright. Can I help you? You're one of the president's bodyguards. Can you tell me how the security details arranged? 2 of our senior operatives were attached to the president. The rest secured the stage. We would have spotted it right away. I see. So the president's security was tightly orchestrated during this duration of the speech. Let's investigate further. We should speak with other witnesses. Can't afford to leave any stones unturned. So that's how you go about it, huh? Sure as something seeing the pros at work. Bystanders. This one seems persistent, but I can't afford to get distracted. Hey, Ruffles, I asked you a question, dang it. What happens next? Well, we put all the information together and try to find connections. Don't be so hard on the poor guy. Connections, you say, and what next? Oh, I guess you say we connect the dots, connect one piece of information to the other. He's the logic master. I can view that information I have with L and then connect them with X. Let's try it now. President shot at. Event security. Wait a minute. Is this how it was in the second game? In the DS game? Was it? Is this how it was? I remember a chess logic. Like you were actually playing chess with the dude. Despite the president's tight security, perpetrators still managed to carry out their attacks. Completely undetected by a contingent of highly trained bodyguards, no less. No mean feat. This would have taken some serious planning. In other words, the assassination attempt was almost certainly premeditated. That's the stuff. Old logic never fails, huh? Can we play a logic chess? All we have to do is find the right clues to make the right connections between them. Make the wrong connections, however, and we'll wind up further from the truth. Which means I must make well-reasoned connections if I intend to draw logical conclusions. Hey yo, Gourd Lake. This is the Gourd Lake, so we've been here before. Let's get some time to examine anything that looks suspicious. I know, man. Why do I walk so slow? No. Why surprises you, sir? There's no Steel Samurai again. Warrior of the other. That means Wendy's back. That means Wendy and Butts is back. Larry. Doesn't matter. He's been on I think about it. Or hero. I was scared to see and inspect everything that catches my attention. A balloon. A balloon popped. What is this? Flag. I'll just have to move the cursor to the problematic spot and highlight the difference with X.
Take that!
Do you see the hole? Look at that, you're right, sir. And note the burn marks around the edges. Bullet hole. You're saying bullet went through this flag? I think I've gathered enough information for a minute detective to see what we figure out. Okay. Pop balloon flag. There's gotta be it. The bullet went through the flag and into the balloon. There's a bullet hole in the flag, and it seems highly likely that the balloon was popped by a bullet too, which means 2 shots were fired, right, sir? Possibly even 3. The president was shot at as well. Okay, so which country are we in? Which country does Ace Attorney take place in? I think it was like a mix of Japan and California, right? The U.S. are set in Japan. The series localization set are set in United States, primarily Los Angeles, though retaining Japanese cultural elements. You know, let's just say we're in Japan. We're in Japan, right? That's the original. The hole in the flag and the hole in the balloon could have easily been made by the same bullet. What we need to know is how many gunshots there were. Alright, on with the investigation. Another annoying kid. Figured out something? Care to share? Get out of here. Who is she? Why does she keep shouting at us? Rubbernecker, I guess. Seems pretty interested in the case. Come on, give me something here. A journalist? How many gunshots there were? Fine, let's see if you can tell us anything. There you are. Tabloid. At your service. Tabloid. Toto, Goyu, KBS, Inter Yamasa. I'm looking into the case for, well, just for me right now, but looking into the case. Miss Lloyd, was it? Any exclusives? How about the perp? Have they made any demands? What about them ruffles? Where fell I buy a crab runner?
Hold it!
Will you be quiet? I'll be asking the questions here. Dang. And here, I thought I could get me some juicy from my case. I need to know about the shooting. Can you tell me how many gunshots you heard? Why? I certainly cannot. Beg your pardon? Can't just be handing out for this guy. This stuff's my livelihood. Come on, just pay her. Pay her the money. Get the recording. It's been recorded in the mic, right? Don't shout. Don't hold out on us. We gotta share sometime. Me hold out on you? Well, if you're gonna be like that, I'll be moving right along. Goodbye. Wait for what exactly, huh? If you got nothing for me, I'm gone. Okay, do you want to trade? Want to trade some information? Out of moves, huh? I wouldn't be so sure. What do you mean, Edgeworth? As you know, detective, I like to play a little chess. And what does one in chess where an opponent adopts a defensive position? Why, the board offers any number of options, but here are some more effective than others. Sorry, sir. No matter how impenetrable an opponent's defense may seem, it can always be overcome. Watch and learn, detective. As I shatter my opponent's resolve with power of words. When attempting to draw out an entrenched opponent, one must employ certain tactics. Let us picture the board and see if we can anticipate our adversary's next move. Alright, there it is. The logic chess, right? Now, we must analyze the state of play. My opponent has read herself in deep. Her defenses won't be easily broken, but I can't afford to try her patience by taking too long to plot my next move. In other words, I must be conscious not just of my strategy, but also the passing of time. That's it. I fucking missed it. In fact, it can pay dividends not to. I can't afford to waste words either. In fact, it can pay dividends not to. If you're irritated or something, if you danged well asked already, I'm able to gain a tactical advantage by calmly biding my time. Hello. Then, when I see a crack in my opponent's armor, I pounce. I should begin by finding out what it is she does. Alright, time to take my opponent and gambit. Mind chess commence. That's logic chess. What is it that you do? Why don't you begin by telling me what I do? Sure. Or I could totally not do that. Think I don't know when to keep my mouth shut? That's my job. Listen now. So you do something you won't or can't tell anybody about? No, shut up. Can I see history? Bide my time. I'm a law-abiding everyday citizen, and you got no reason to say otherwise. Forgive me, I meant nothing by it. If it's something you can't tell me about, I imagine it must be very important what you do. Huh? Well, sure, I guess. Leastways, it will be once I bag me my first big scoop. What was about scoops? Huh. I see. It's a scoop you're after, so you're a journalist, is that correct? Dang. Sure. I'm your friendly neighbor reporter, the hungriest cub on the beat. That's the mystery of what she does for a living solved. Perhaps our hungry young cub has gathered information vital to the case. Let's make that our next line of inquiry. With an opening moves concluded, the mid-game approaches. What else does she have to tell us? What's the record? Where were you at the scene of the crime? What's the record? You're a reporter, which means you must have been making a record of some kind. You got more questions? You gotta give me something first. That's the deal. I'm not in the habit of making deals. Tell me what you know. Sorry, Alphonse, can't help you. I don't have a clue as to how to push the conversation forward. I'll have determined on that. Were you at the scene of the crime? At the time of the incident, were you present? Come on now, Ruffles. You ain't gonna give me a little tab or something first? Absolutely not. And I ain't giving you nothing either. Bide my time. Come on, this is my career we're talking about here. You gotta give me something. Sadly, the more you know, the more you might find yourself in danger. I ain't scared, I'm a pro. Takes more than the sound of a gunfire to please me. You heard a gunfire, did you? You may be a pro, as you put it, but I'd say you're still a little wet behind the ears. You say you heard a gunfire, which proves you were here at the scene of the crime. Therefore, you must have seen something. Double dang. Fine, I was here, I saw it. Came to report on the big speech. Wound up reporting and shooting. And you won't get more out of me more than that. I'm done with your tricks, Ruffles. If she came to report on the event, she must have made a record of some kind. A record I would very much like to get my hands on. This is quite the clue as to where to take the conversation next. Where's the record of your recording? Which means you must have seen making a record of some kind. You got my question? You got me. Can I help you? Time to deploy my clue. You must have a record of your reporting. No self-respecting reporter would leave the house without a means of putting things on the record. So tell me, where is yours? course I made a record. I told you, I'm a pro. Dang near wore my shoes out running around this one. Which is why I'm... dude, can you stop with the accent? Can't fucking read. Which is why I'm not about to just hand it over to the first person who asks me. I'm not just any young lady. I'm the prosecutor in this case. Don't you young lady me. You ain't getting it, no matter how many times you ask. Alright. You understand, don't you, Ruffles? It ain't nothing personal. I understand your job is a difficult one. You do? Well, it ain't that sweet. And in such a competitive field, you must sometimes doubt that you'll ever succeed. Nah. I'll go plenty far, I'm sure of it. Yeah. Just as long as I got my trusty tape recorder, I'll always be ready to nab me a scoop. Play me that tape. There we go. Intriguing. Young reporter, hungry for success, so dedicated to her craft that to leave such an important event unrecorded would be unthinkable. And indeed she did not. She committed the entire event to tape. Dang it. This is my scoop you're messing with. My big break. Fine, sure. I recorded the whole darn thing. It's alright, here. You got me, okay? Checkmate. Mind chess. Checkmate. It's logic chess. Stop calling it that. Here's something else, Ruffles. I was trying to be all strong and silent, but you had me singing like a canary. Never mind that. Now play us the tape. It should be fine. It should fine tell us how many shots there were. Fine, you can hear it. But I got conditions. You played me like a fiddle, Ruffles. Only the chief ever played me so good. So you gotta agree to be chief number 2 and be mentor to a rising star, aka me. No. Fuck that shit. Annoying ass accent. Hard to read. Chief number 2, huh? Kinda like a second parent. That's a big responsibility. And one more thing. I want exclusive reporting rights for the first 24 hours. Oh man. You can have that. I don't think anyone's reporting on it. Come on, you gotta say yes. What kind of mentor wouldn't give us star people the exclusive, huh? She's a difficult woman to refuse, and I need to hear that recording. 24 hours is more than I can promise, but the story's yours until the case is solved. And the job of chief number 2? I think not. You're no fun, but I guess the girls can't have everything. For the sake of the scoop, huh? Alright, you got yourself a deal. I got exclusive access starting right this second, Ruffles. Good. And our first order of business is to listen to the tape. Honored friends and allies, I am here today to deliver a message. The odious criminal that dogged my beloved nation are no more. The criminal, which is like the prime minister, right? No, not the prime minister. The ambassador, right? Ambassador Alba. President's speech. The president passionately addresses the assembled crowd. As if trying to shake off the reports of his declining popularity by sheer force of will. There's me. Can't beat a little live commentary to set the scene. The meeting is scheduled for just after the speech, correct? He seems pretty pleased to be able to put a whole Arthur Garson situation behind him. As well he should be. This is a great day for all of us. Whose voices are these? There was these two guys standing right behind me. They were whispering away to each other the whole time. I know their voices from somewhere. Wait, what? Please with the whole Arthur Garson situation. This is great for all of us. Wait. The part where the gun goes off is right after this. The president thrusts his fist into the air as the excitement reaches fever pitch. Battle against evil rages on. Here today I make this solemn promise. We shall crush the wicked with the righteous hammer of justice. 2 shots. 2 gunshots can clearly be heard. So 2 shots were fired. You know me. You know Trump got shot like what 5 times? Yep. And that tells us. Okay, so did he get shot or did it miss? Is he dead? Made an attempt on his life as he gave a speech. Okay, did he get hit? Yep, and that tells us something. Something very important indeed. It allows us to deduce the trajectory of one of our bullets. One of the 2 shots fired. After 2 shots fired, one hit the president, which means the other must have passed through both the flag and the balloon. In that order. As you can see, allows us to deduce the position of our shooter. He was right here, right? Right here, somewhere. The only possible point from which a bullet could have been fired through the flag and the balloon is... Oh wait, there's the balloon. Okay, so... somewhere in here. But like, how do you miss that? Like, one goes off in this direction, the other one goes off in that direction. Like, how do you miss that, bro? Let me see. 2 shots fired, 1 hit the president, which means the other must have passed through both the flag and the balloon in that order. Is it here or is it there? I must say here.
Take that!
Drawing a line between the flag and the balloon gives us trajectory of one of our bullets and places our shooter on the left-hand side of the spin. It doesn't have to be. Maybe he was in this corner right here. Or he could be here, right here, on the plane. And then he shoots at the president and then shoots at the balloon. Extrapolations from a bullet trajectory suggest that 2 shots were fired from the left side. I wouldn't say so. Not exactly. Maybe he shot the balloon and the balloon popped, and that was the sound. Wait a minute. One hit the president. Wait. The balloon? The flag? Okay, so there's burn marks, right? Special report. Evening. Mercurial News. Extrapolations suggest. So this is not a so we're not sure, right? It's not 100%. It's just trajectory. It doesn't have to be that way. Like, there's other possibilities. Gumshoe, I'll need to examine the left side of the spectator area. Roger that, sir. So, you need me to clear all those people out of the way? I do. And what evidence remains to be found may already be deteriorating, so I need you to be quick about it. Yes, sir. Chief? Hey. I suppose you mean me? Sure do. You gotta let me help out. This is my forte. I'm the best crowd fighter you'll ever see. I prod, pummel, and push him wherever you like. Very kind offer, but I think a less hands-on approach might be preferable. Also, about this chief business, I am nobody's chief. Whatever you say, Mr. Ezra, sir. Your wish is my command. I somehow doubt that. There you go, sir. It's all ready for you. Miss Lloyd here has cleared everybody out. Just like that. Should have seen it. No, you ain't nothing, Chief. My other chief, he sounds like a formidable character. Perhaps I should go easier on the poor girl. Thank you, but you really shouldn't have. All that running around, your clothes are covered in mud. Allow me to pay for cleaning is the least I can do. Huh? You need my jacket? Don't be worrying your pretty little head about that. It's reversible. All you gotta do is switch around and exam. No more dirt on the outside. Perhaps, but you still have something of a problem with the inside. We're ready to get back to the investigation whenever you are, sir. Crowd has trampled this entire area. We'll be lucky to find any traces of our shooter at all. Lenses? What? Definitely not. Fireworks? Definitely what? Cameraman is clearly otherwise occupied. What? Camera's cracked. What do you mean? Trash can? You even got a pick for the trash can. Of course not. Right away, sir. The face of the detective travels to the garbage. Let's see now. Come to pop out with a treasure. Is he enjoying himself? Bingo. Popsicle stick. Sorry, sir. Evidence, sir. I think we got something. Good work. Shall we take a closer look? Yes, I know how this works. Pipe. Oh, that's a gun. Whoa, before that, document some kind. Lead rook, second knight. Let's cover for lake. Rook repositioned in line. Oh, this is a layout for how you're gonna protect the president. Let's cover for lake signal. Eyes on this area. Knight to immediately escort president to plane in case of emergency. Stay frosty. We know who might be in the audience. Lead rook, second knight. Presidential security plan. It's a security plan. What are we looking at here? Presidential security plan? What is this doing in the trash can? Wait a minute, I think I know. I think I remember something. It's like, it was one of these two, right? And these are the bodyguards. I think I remember something. It shows the president's bodyguards are positioned. It even has people's names on it. It's not the name, it's a nickname, I think. Rook and Knight. So his bodyguards are natives of Singapore. No. Heard he uses private security firm. But why not employ people from his own country? Sure do. I was over at the embassy not too long ago. Back seeking out a story. While I'm there, one of my sources told me that the president's got more enemies than you got hairs on your head, including a bunch of big wigs in the National Police Force. Interesting. So he's unable to trust his own domestic law enforcement. I wonder if one of these enemies could have been behind the attempt on his life. But what is it doing dumped in that bag? You raised an interesting point. It's a document relating to a national security. It would surely be highly classified. There's something else in here. There's a gun. My. What's a gun doing in there? Sir, this bag, it's gotta belong to the... Yes. Well, I've been disposed by our would-be assassin. Revolver. Could this be the work of a professional? That would explain the security plan too. Let me take a close look at the find. What is this? Laser? Laser can be lined up with the target to make aiming a bit easier. If I press here. Yep, definitely red laser. Target the president. So why did it miss? It had laser, so why did it miss? This part is called grip. Shot a few guns in my car. There were little front fight in my hand. This one is no exception. How many bullets? How many bullets used? 2. Proves it. This must be the weapon that was used. Nice work. Better ways. And they checked everywhere, inside, outside, top and bottom. They even took the bullets out of the gun and dusted them. I should have known it wouldn't be that easy. Fingerprints. Kiddo? Hey, wait, Payne. Payne. I know you. This is a failed prosecutor. Payne. Edgeworth. Winston Payne. We work together at the prosecutors. He's a prosecutor? What brings you in here today? Due to my invitation, his voice recognized from the very first one. He was one of the men who was standing in front of Mr. Roy, and where's the chief prosecutor? He had to leave, I'm afraid. He's a busy man. They let him, and only him, out through the cordon. So he had to be summoned on short notice and then left before I even showed up. Rude. Logic? Assassination, laser. Not easy. A premeditated attack. Found in the trash can. Something? 6 shot. Found in the trash can. Not easy to acquire. Okay, maybe we need more investigating. Hey you got something? Felt the incident? Sure did. When did the ceremony begin? Right after the rain stopped. We got lucky. It was raining. And the speech started at 2 on the nose. What about the shooting? 20 minutes after the ceremony. Yeah. Shots raining out, tearing through air that only moments before had been alive with cheers. Tragedy. The president dropped on the floor, fell by an unknown assassin's bullet. It's 2:25 p.m. on March 25th, and I've been reporting to you live from the scene here at the Gorge Lake. What was that all about? Sorry, it's dramatic emotion. Got everything I need to write from article plus the readers right there in the scene. Did the president really drop to the floor? Officers on the scene said his bodyguards escorted him straight under the president. Hey, can't blame me for getting a little carried away. You are a reporter, correct? Sure I am. Reporter in training. What? Have you had any articles published? Taking a look at my work? Might be tricky. And yet you call yourself a reporter nonetheless. Well, I soon will be, won't I? This right here, a big old scoop, no mistake about it. And I got a whole thing on tape. Didn't miss a second. Thanks to my trusty Mike. You can trust your tape machine. Your mentor. Wait, I know the mentor. I know her mentor. Right? She got the fucking afro. My mentor, my inspiration? No, but you mentioned her repeatedly. Did I? Can't say I remember. It's the art person, like the fluffy hair, right? We met her at the Gordon Lake too. I guess I think like that. Oh, it's just like Chief always says. You gotta treat information as responsibly as you can. What kind of mentor says that? You should heard her. She gave me her this heritage. You'd be sharing back yourself the juicy, sleazy scoops you can. Now you hear. Wonderful. So you're the kind of reporter who sees fire under even the faintest trace of smoke. Nah. I'm the kind of reporter who puffs the fire till the smoke about chokes. How's that any better? Right, do we use logic? There's a flag. What is your beef in? It's tricky. Camera knocked over and all that panic. Can't get it to work. Footage should help us in this thing. Just start luck. Okay. Ayo! Ayo! K's back already. Episode 1. Honestly, I leave you alone for 2 seconds, but don't worry. Your hero is here to save the day. Kay Faraday. hero. Only you would give yourself a title like that. So you're not a great thief anymore? Not right now, but it's not like I quit. I'm just on sabbatical. Taking time for some intensive training. Being the second Yatagarasu doesn't come easy. I don't think you want to be Yatagarasu after that case. Yes, I know her. I know what she did. I just played that game. What do you think you're doing? I'm enjoying the festivities, of course. I suppose she did mention being fond of such things, and afterwards I was thinking of dropping by your office to see you guys, but now I don't have to. Good to see you, kiddo. You're as bright and breezy as ever. Hey, Gummy, how you been? You're looking pretty full of beans yourself. So, okay, are you really here to save the day? Yep. Little thief, prepare your jaw to hit the floor. Your best pal in the world took pictures of the whole shebang. Did you now? You better show me. Wow, your jaw didn't even drop an inch. What's a girl gotta do to impress you, huh? I don't know, she better beat me in the case, right? I know, right? Mr. Prosecutor's here about as much as fun as the dang toothache. Won't even let me call him Chief. But I'm forgetting my manners. Tabby Lloyd, ace reporter, at your service. Nice to meet you, Tabby. You're right, he's no fun at all. This one time, you two chat later. Okay, can I see those pictures? Boo, fine. Here. Oh. I took this one right when the gun went off. So this is the horse, right? The rook. And no, wait. This is the rook and this is the knight. He looks like a horse. I took this one right when the gun went off. Total chaos, people running everywhere. The president and his two bodyguards, the names of the knight and rook. What's that? Thank you, DK. I think you've provided us with a vital clue. Howie. Your eyes just lit up like a pair of dang Christmas trees. Oh, Mr. Azure, care to tell the readers what you've spotted? Contradiction. What now? I don't see nothing strange. Allow me to show you. This picture shows the moment of the incident, but another piece of evidence shows something different. I need to highlight the point of contradiction and then employ my powers of deduction. First, gotta find a contradiction. Yeah, this is it. Simply press X to make my deduction. I didn't even do that. Can't move. You just did that for me. I present the evidence that proves the contradiction. Found in the trash can, fitted with laser sight, 2 bullets. Almost certainly classified. Let's cover rook reposition. And the knight is the horse, right? Knight to immediately escort president to plane in case of emergency. Stay frosty. Why stay frosty? We know who might be in the audience. Let's cover for lakes in the area. Rook repositioned. Huh? Do I point to the laser light or the fact that he didn't escort him onto the plane? To immediately escort president to plane in case of let's go with that.
Eureka!
What do you mean? The laser? That proves the contradiction. Let me see. Can I see? Can I go back and see what the contradiction is? It's the laser pointer, right? It's a red laser. What about it? Starting out floating on the right side of the leg has been popped. I gotta say, man. Right.
Eureka!
Let's go with that. The laser. Dude, let me see this photo here. Present that proves contradiction. Can I see my evidence? I can't memorize this fucking photo. What about it? What? That he doesn't have a red dot. It's a fucking laser pointer.
Eureka!
That's so fucking stupid. That's obviously the laser pointer. How is this the contradiction? It's a fucking laser pointer. I know. That's stupid. It assumed it would be a tattoo. Indeed, there's something on the forehead. That's so fucking stupid. Obviously, it's a laser pointer. Red birthmark. Red dot. That's retarded. I handed out a birthmark, which is spring. Obviously, it's not a birthmark. Yeah, that's it. That's right there. It assumed I didn't know that it's a laser pointer. It just assumed that he has a red dot. Like, what is this fucking shit? It's bullshit. Again, totally noted. Case photograph. Yeah, no shit. I knew it was a laser pointer. Okay. Birthmark, laser sight. It's so fucking stupid. Oh, the red thing on his head must be laser pointer. You can just see it. Red birthmark. Who thought it was a red birthmark? In fact, the beam of laser. Yeah, no shit. Second shot right now. That's going to do more than an inch. Indeed, I fear the president may be in even more danger than we thought. And that the gun we found wasn't using the gun, the cover data. I have to think stupid in order to get this game. He's right, you stand there crazy something like that. Pew pew pew. Anyone who saw it, you could trace it back to the shooter. Seems a pretty bad idea all around. I almost forgot. I took a couple more pictures. Maybe the laser sights are in one of them. It's a long shot, but it's worth it. Okay, let's see the other pictures. Yes, sir, right away. First up, here's the one I took before everything started going south. It might be more useful to us if half the frame wasn't taken up with your face. She took a selfie. She took a selfie. She was excited to be here. Can you blame me for wanting to get a selfie with the president? Lucky for you, this was right before the gun went off. Alright. There's pain. And where's the girl? Wait a minute. This one I showed you before is from after the first shot was fired. Second thing after this, there's... What's this? I can hardly see anything. I knocked over when someone started running right after the last picture. Guess I must have pressed the shutter by accident. Not sure this one's gonna be much use, kid. And that's all of it. Time to take a closer look. The laser! From before the shooting. Is there any hint of laser? Yes! It's being covered by the text.
Take that!
There, I see it. What is it, sir? Look closely at the person in red hood. Oh, there it is. There is a laser pointer right there. That's the Kurt Red Hood. The shooter. Yes, we found him. And all thanks to yours truly. Indeed, you led us right to the greatest treasure of all, this great thief, the truth. You may have captured a would-be assassin in one of your other pictures too. Let's take another look. Red Hooded suspect could be another in another of these photographs after the shooting. Is the person with the red hood here somewhere? It's right
Take
there.
that!
Where is it going? Look, right there. A red jacket. That's pure suspect. It looks like they got advantage of the confusion to make their getaway. Luckily, we can see exactly where they were headed. Ah, the samurai dog stand. Precisely, which means they escaped towards the right-hand side of the spectator area. Detective Gumshoe? On it, sir. Consider it cleared. I'm counting on you. Who are you? Little Red Riding Hood. The entire park is cordoned off, and we know which way you went. Now it's simply a matter of hunting you down. We're hunting them down. Now, let us continue the investigation. There's evidence here somewhere. All we need to do is find it. Hat. Samurai dog. The toy rifles. Rifle range. I'm good at these, sir. Regular sharpshooter. Like he hated guns. I don't hate him. I just don't really like him. Isn't that basically the same thing? Boom, boom, boom. I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. What is this thing? Red button? What's this? Red button. Torn off of something found near a samurai dog stand. Okay, I've been dropped by the red hooded suspect? Yes, it certainly seems likely. Puddle. What is this? Comes a looking food stand made of plywood. Why do I gotta inspect? Can I just not look at it and deduce things? Samurai dog now with Sakura relish. Relish? Doesn't really. Am I down here? Nope. I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, what is that? There's some red down here. I'm shoot. Let's see. That's it. The red coat. Red raincoat suspect was wearing. They must have taken it off and hidden it under there before they made their escape. Don't they do like security checks? Like, don't they pat people down before they can enter? Oh, there it is. That's where the button goes. Button is missing. I think that's it, right? Nope. I don't believe something. There's nothing about the nope. It's not inside out. The button's still not attached. Seems entirely to need to have been removed in a hurry and thrown on the ground. Is that it? I don't believe there's any more to be found here. Okay, got anything? Hey, what's up? Okay, Faraday, the microwave entrance. Bet I really am. You're here now. Yep. Second at the cars, remember? All in days work. Wait, I missed a line here. Well, your evidence helped things along, certainly. Da-da-da-da. How far I gotten with the whole great thief thing, though? I haven't stolen anything, I promise. Great thief. So the whole great thing is just on hold for now, anyway. So she never stole anything. That's a relief, I suppose. Yeah, I want to get out of here and start selling back the truth like my dad. I still got a ways to go with my training. I need to find some partners in crime. I'm not doing it, man. Can't be the only girl in the world who can pull off the most daring haste ever attempted. True, but not many people are looking to pull off a career in larceny either, I'd wager. About the incident. Yep, no doubt about it. If given to pick, I took the red birthmark stands out like a sore thumb. That's a contradiction. Indeed, though I very much doubt it's due to birthmarks in the we went over this. It's a laser pointer, right? Oh, I already talked to her. I already talked to her. Something? Banner advertising rifle range fallen over. Anything else? Oh, samurai. Handed the samurai steel balloon, rather the fan on in the hand that's holding it. Mr. Edgeworth, there's no denying message there. Why would there be? The president isn't dead. Not from the president, from the steel samurai. Let me break this to you gently. The steel samurai here is just a balloon. You've said it yourself 1,000 times. Every piece of evidence here has a tale to tell, which means the steel samurai must have something to tell us too. Dare I delve into what you've just misconstructed? Detective? Is that everything? What is this? Sup, bro? It's completely busted. Fucking useless. Huh. Alright, project time. Red button. Ring sleep code. Button is missing. Oh. Smoke through. The button we found. Yes. It must have been pulled loose when the killer took it out. Yeah. No shit. Seems it was removed in a hurry, fast enough to tear a button off. I surmise our assassin disposed of their gun and bag in the trash immediately after shooting the president. Then they slipped into the panic crowd and moved from left to the right side of the spectator area. This was because they knew the trajectory of the bullet would point the shooter on the left side. Finally removed the raincoat and hid it under the samurai tent. Why did they need to remove the coat though? The killer would have needed to get rid of the coat as soon as possible, hence his hurried removal. The fact that the right sleeve is inside out is how quickly it was taken off. Yep, and it wasn't missing. Question, why didn't the same thing happen to the left sleeve? Only the right sleeve is inside out. Indeed, and the button on the left sleeve is still securely attached. So what does it mean? Inspect the raincoat in detail. Alright. Let's take a close look. Detective Gumshoe. Blood. Why is there blood? This is bloodstain. I said, the blood belongs to our would-be assassin. So we're looking for someone with an injury. Not just any injury. An injury on their left arm. How do we know that? Simple. The right sleeve is inside out, suggesting that the suspect removed the raincoat in a hurry. Conversely, the left sleeve was just as we expected to be there, but maybe it's inside out. The suspect's left arm was never in the sleeve in the first place. Once again, we understand that everything we always falls into place. Now, detective, there is a blood stain on the left side lining with the raincoat because the suspect's arm was too injured to fit through the sleeve. Precisely, or at least we can say that there is a good probability that was the case. The president was wearing must have an injured arm. Look, Knight, the pieces are starting to fall into place. Yay. Detective Gumshoe, I need you to go and search the crowd for likely suspects. Yes, sir. Suspicious characters with our injured left arms coming right up. You're even smarter in the left, Popos, taking all of them bitty pieces and putting them together like that. You have your man in no time. That's Mr. Edgeworth for you. The park is still cordoned off, so our would-be assassin should be in that crowd somewhere. Don't let me down, Detective Gumshoe. Edgeworth, we found someone who fits the bill perfectly. Way to nab the assassin. It's a little too soon to be jumping to conclusions. Okay, they're jumping. These are shooters, sir. In broad daylight, surrounded by a crowd of witnesses, no ordinary near carefully. Come on, boys, you heard Mr. Edgeworth. Yep, that's him. That's our assassin. John Doe. I know his name. I read the character sheet, so it's John Doe. But he's also from the second game, right? Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney 2? John Doe. Yep. Charmed, I'm sure. John Doe. Not a name you often hear in real life. That's correct. I know this man's right. Yeah, he's the assassin. And you are Prosecutor Edgeworth. You know my name? We've met before. I have been following the day's developments with some interest. Now, perhaps you care to explain why you've asked to speak with me? As you've been following the investigation, you're no doubt already aware of who we're looking for. And let me ask you, do you recognize this raincoat by any chance? Forgive me, but I'm afraid I do not. I say, well, I believe his owner to be the would-be assassin we are seeking. My, well, wasn't that just shocking? And this same would-be assassin happens to have an injured arm, just like you. All I can tell you is I had nothing to do with this unfortunate affair. Two adversaries stare each other down, their eyes like deadly lasers. Care to tell the readers what happens next? A showdown, that's what. Battle of wits. Let's go. No, let's not go there. Detective Gumshoe, if you've quite finished leaking my professional strategies to the press. Ah, sir. Sorry, sir. Next to alright. Got a testimony. I can understand why whoever wore the raincoat would be of interest to you, but you have no proof that this person is injured as you claim. My left arm may be injured, but I can still use my right. When it started raining, I simply opened my umbrella. No raincoat required. Opened your umbrella? It is. And is that so strange? Not everyone wears one after all. I happen to prefer an umbrella. The term raincoat over here, they're perfect for when a girl really needs to move. Heck, I don't use neither. Come rain, sleet, snow, or shine is my trusty parka every time. Not exactly the line of inquiry I was. So you see, I'm not your would-be killer. And I'm not in the habit of making baseless accusations, Mr. Doe. Please. Oh. How the fuck did you do that? You wiped blood off of white cloth, and it came off. The owner of the raincoat is definitely an assassin, and said owner also has an injured arm. I'm on to you, Mr. Doe. It's only a matter of time. Doe's deposition. I can understand. Raincoat is no interest to you. But you have no proof.
Hold it!
My left arm may be injured, but I can still use my right. When it started raining, I simply opened my umbrella, no raincoat required. And yet you don't seem to have an umbrella. Sure do. Just remember I was suddenly inundated with customers. That was less than an hour ago. Are you trying to tell me you lost your umbrella and that's your... Yes, that is exactly what I'm trying to tell you. After all, it only takes a moment of someone to steal the umbrella. It's entirely possible. What is he eating, bro? Why, it's even eating as we speak. You're right. That is pretty suspicious. I really need to find something concrete that will link Mr. Doe. I should press R. Yeah, I know. But you have no proof that this person is injured as you claim.
Objection!
Objection! You seem like a careful man, Mr. Doe, but not quite careful enough. After all, you left something behind, something of vital importance. I'm afraid you must have been confused with someone else. The coat does not belong to me. Or do you claim to have some kind of proof to support your accusation? Your arm isn't troubling you too much, I hope. Your wound seems to be bleeding again. I'll survive, although I can't pretend it's not something I am of an inconvenience. You have my deepest sympathies, because if it wasn't bleeding quite badly, it could have perhaps made a clean getaway. What exactly are you insinuating? As we have already established, when the Rhodocone was injured, is he sweating? You see, Mr. Doe, there is a small amount of blood on the inside of his raincoat. Blood that belongs to an assassin. Oh, he's sweating. Attempted murder of a foreign raider, causing a diplomatic incident. They'll throw the book at you. You can give us the silent treatment all you like, but we don't need you to talk. Simple blood test will give us the answer we require. All it takes is for us to compare the blood on your bandages with that on the coat, and only that. We have the evidence. Why don't you make it easier and come clean? Admit that you were the one attempting to assassinate President Zheng Fa. Not your assassin. You're stubborn. I'll give you that. But if this were a game of chess, you would already be in checkmate. Now do the honorable thing and admit defeat. He doesn't look like a man with no moves left to play. Very well. You have me. I'll admit it. I was wearing the raincoat. You confess. Say the word. I'll slap the cuffs on him right now. But I did not shoot at the president. What? Mr. Edgeworth, the only thing you have proven is that I was wearing a particular raincoat. As far as I'm aware, that is not a problem. I am no assassin. I'm a simple ice cream seller. One who happens to be wearing a red raincoat while watching the president speak. I was as surprised as anyone when his bodyguards sprang into action and the shots rang out. That's when the spectators panicked and started running and screaming for their lives. Now, are you finally satisfied? As if. Your story stinks. You don't scare me. The evidence is on our side, you know. Look, it's right here. Plain as day. The assassin, and they're wearing a red coat. Intriguing, but that is not me. Oh, come on. Tell me, Mr. Edgeworth, do you really think I was the only one in the entire park wearing a red raincoat that day? I do, actually. But then why? Why does he seem so sure of himself? Those the position. I'm no assassin.
Hold it!
Alright. Just keep pressing, because you never know.
Hold it!
Also, how many years has it been? Detective Gumshoe was 32, right? In the last game. So it was right after game 1. Where's bodyguards?
Hold
The names of the bodyguards were written in the top left corner security plan, and the one left was Rook. That's correct. Bastion Rook, I believe. I expect he how do you know his name? I expect he noticed the light from a laser light. The man is no amateur. I'd say our friend here is no amateur either. I'd like you to append what you just said to your testimony, if you don't mind, as you wish. The bodyguard on the left, Bastion Rook, was especially too quick to respond.
Hold it!
How do you know his name? And the left was the first to move. By a small fraction, yes, he reacted admirably swiftly. His name was Bastion Rook, did you say? It appears you've assessed the situation quite well. No more so than anybody else, I'm sure. He's good. Didn't even flinch. Alright, present. Present. Was especially quick to respond. To immediately. Is the Rook and Knight switched? repositioned in light of Knight's injury. I think it was switched. If I remember correctly, they were switched.
Objection!
As I suspected, you are more than what you claim to be, Mr. Doe. You overestimate me, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, then tell me how a simple ice cream seller knows the name, one of the presidential bodyguard's names. What? You just, surely? You're the one who spoke their names out loud. Rook and Knight, was it?
Objection!
We only know the names thanks to the security plan. But look closely, only their surnames appear. Yet, we all clearly heard you say the name Bastion Rook. How did you come to possess such information? Information we ourselves didn't have. Seems pretty darn suspicious to me. Well, how'd you know? Explain yourself. It was a mere slip of a tongue. Another lie. He's an assassin, just like you said. Come on now. It's a little too soon to be jumping to such conclusions. I didn't know their names. I did know their names, and the reason for that is I know Mr. Rook. He and I are acquainted. Whoa. Bring him in. Bring Rook in. Why? We have something of a connection. And his is a name I could never forget. You think we're stupid, pal? Stop lying. I'm not. We can bring him in, right? We can question Rook.
Objection!
And I suppose Mr. Rook will confirm that. Should be easy enough for him to remember his good friend, the slippery ice cream seller. Please, you are more than welcome to ask him. Although, I think that might be difficult right now. I would imagine he's very busy ensuring the president's safety, but suppose you're able to speak with him, and he does deny that he and I are acquainted. How will that help you prove I was the shooter? But you weren't the shooter. Why take off your raincoat? Because it was no longer raining. In fact, it had grown quite warm. Far better to let my wound breathe, no? Or would you rather had I let it fester? Bring in Rook. What you waiting for? Hurry up and arrest that man. He's clearly guilty. If I were you, he'd be in jail already. You might be willing to arrest a man without sufficient proof, but I am not. No, come on, Mr. Edgeworth. There's got to be something you can do. Shocking scenes here, as the culprit seems all about, but certain to escape justice. Sigh. It seems the court of public opinion has spoken. Very well. As I will clearly be viewed with suspicion, no matter what I say, I might as well share what I know. But you know, I saw them. I saw another person with a red hood. What? You're kidding? The person you captured in your photograph. I first noticed them just before the president's speech began. It was still raining then. Their outfit was the same color as my own, which is what drew my attention. As did the laser beam that was aimed directly at the president's head. There was another redheaded person. I knew that if anyone saw me dressed similar to I would fall under suspicion myself, so naturally I removed my raincoat. Not only did you see the assassin, but they were wearing the exact same thing as you? How very convenient. I had thought you might find it far-fetched, hence my not mentioning it until now. I know you law enforcement people are very skeptical types. You would never have believed me, especially not if I had said that the shooter was standing right next to a certain prosecutor. Oh, I know you don't mean me. I wasn't even summoned until after the shooting. You mean Payne? Not you. Payne. Your colleague over there. Huh? Me? Yes, the photograph will prove it, I am sure. You see, right there, in front of the person in red hood. That's me, yes, but what exactly are you saying? What's his end game here? As I mentioned, I have been following your investigation with some interest, Mr. Edgeworth, and while pondering the details, I noticed something strange. Come on, calm now. A man of your talent should be more than capable of spotting contradictions such as these. I don't follow. The picture shows the chief prosecutor, Mr. Payne, and the shooter. But there's nothing weird about that, is there? Think carefully. The picture was taken right in the middle of the president's speech. One of the other pieces of evidence we gathered is inconsistent with what we see here. What is this? Which piece of evidence is inconsistent? Alright, flip. The mud? No. Fitted with a laser sight, spent 2 bullets used in the thing. I gotta cut my hair, man. Background, personal security. Which piece of evidence is inconsistent? What? The raincoat? Found in the trash on the left side. Filled with lasers, spent 2 bullets used in attempt. What are you talking about? I just have an injured arm. The injured arm? There's blood on the inside. Was wearing an injured left arm. What? What's the inconsistency? Can't even see his pants. What? The fact that it's dirty? Wait a minute. What's this little thing here? I don't know. Maybe the coat hanger in the back? There's a little coat hanger here. Maybe.
Take that!
Try it. If I'm honest, I'm not entirely sure why, but I think the coat is this. And Bruh. The president is in the middle of a speech here. I need to think carefully about this moment in time. Which piece of evidence is inconsistent with this picture? Before, during, and after. I don't know. The picture shows Mr. Payne, chief prosecutor, and a suspect in a red coat. The president is in the middle of his speech. I need to think carefully about this moment in time. What evidence is Mr. Doe talking about? What piece of evidence is inconsistent with this picture? Less cover for lakeside. Eyes in this area, rook reposition in light of knight's injury. Knight to immediately escort president to plane in case of emergency. Save for Osley, we know who might be in the audience. Can I flip it to the bad? It ain't the raincoat. Less cover for the lakeside. Eyes in this area. And that, I don't know. So they shot the balloon first. I don't know what he's talking about. I'm gonna go with that.
Take that!
If I'm honest, I'm not entirely sure why. Piece of evidence is inconsistent. So he shot the balloon and then he aimed the laser at his head. Down in the trash can. Left side of spectator area. Fitted with laser sight. I don't know. Wait a minute. Where is she? Where is she? Where's Lloyd? High pitch note. The meeting was scheduled. The resident was to take his words. He's pleased to be able to put the whole yet the car association behind them. The president thrusts his fin to the air as the excitement reaches. This one? I think it's this one.
Take that!
Ah, of course. The tape. It contradicts the photograph. So I have noticed at last. What's going on about, Mr. Edgeworth? Someone's missing. Someone should be here. Indeed, the person who's missing from the photograph is you. Wait, flip that hood.
Take that!
Lloyd. Flip that hood. How do you figure that? Mr. Payne's voice can be clearly heard on this, considering that he was conducting a private conversation. There was these two old guys standing right in front of me. They were whispering away to each other the whole darn time. She must have been very close indeed to capture it on tape. You're right, but she's not in the picture. Is that you? Do you still believe that you have been hounding the right person? Was that you, bro? Lloyd, would you mind answering a few questions? Whoa. Sure. I'd like to hide. That was you, bro? It ain't like I was standing still the whole time. No, I was running all over, roving reporter style, and that was a big old crowd. Guess the picture must have been taken a while. I was in one spot, and the tapes from when I was in another. So quit giving me the evil eye. Ain't nothing but a misunderstanding. There's no doubt that the voices on the tape. That was Mr. Payne and Chief Prosecutor. Tabby wouldn't lie to us. How do you know? You just met her. But if she did, that would mean that she's our perp. You'll quit messing with me. As if I could have done something like that. Little old me. I might be inclined to believe you if your testimony can contain glaring inconsistency. It does? I thought it was pretty good. I have no choice but to present her with the evidence and expose the contradiction. I was standing still the whole time. I was running all over, rubbing horse style. That was a big old crowd. Guess the picture was taken when I was in one spot, and the tapes from when I was in another.
Hold it!
Just press them and everything.
Hold it! Hold it! Your assertion then is that the picture and your recording were taking different points of speech.
Yes, the president wants to thank us personally. He seems pretty pleased to be able to put the whole Gallagher decision behind him. Lloyd, the president thrusts his fist into the air as the excitement reaches high fever. We shall crush the wicked with the righteous hammer of justice. And then it goes bang bang, right?
Objection!
Yeah, one of those two. He has his hands up. Miss Lloyd, it's imperative for a reporter to not lie, wouldn't you say? You're dang right it is. And I don't lie. And yet, the photograph and recording were definitely taken at the same time. Can't prove that. But I can. The evidence is right here in these pictures. This one in particular shows something that lines up precisely with when you were making a recording. The fist.
Take that!
Take that. See here, the president has his fist raised. And what about it? Would you be so kind as to play us the tape again? Nah. See, if you don't have a choice. You don't make it easy, do you? Remember, we are concerned with the moment the president raised his fist. And bang bang, right? President thrusts his fist into the air as the excitement. There it is. That's the moment right there. Correct. We've now confirmed when it occurred in the recording. Which means Tabby should be in the picture. And she is right there for all to see. Miss Floyd was in fact the person with the red hood. But what's the red laser then? Wait, it doesn't have to come from the laser, or it doesn't have to come from the red hood, right? Maybe it was someone else pointing the laser from a different angle. Oh, you're the shooter. No. Nah, I don't even own a jacket like that. That's right. From everything we know, the owner of the red raincoat is... The owner of the red raincoat is John Doe. Neither of them? Why is that option there? From everything we know, the owner of the red raincoat is John Doe's, right? Huh? Okay, so if she was recording, there's a beam here. There's a beam of light. Well, that's you, isn't it? That's gotta be you. Tabby Lloyd. That has to. No, wait. The owner of the red raincoat must be you. Perhaps you could show us her injuries to prove it. What you mean? The red. Already have thinking about it. John Doe? Proving that the raincoat belongs to Mr. Doe. You, Miss Lloyd, were wearing something else. Something that always to have the red hood. Two, indeed. Mr. Doe's last statement was true. But we only found one raincoat. Where's the other one? Only a red hood. So tell us about your jacket again, Miss Lloyd. This thing? It's reversible, you see? So it's just what I thought. The inside of her hood is red. That's right, and when the incident occurred, that's the side of the hood that was visible. What were you really looking at? Wait, I never even wore it that way around. Perhaps you would allow us to examine, we can confirm that for ourselves. It doesn't have a hood though, right? It was raining right up into the president's speech, correct? That must have been established already. As you said yourself. I don't know either. Very closely, sure as my trust Parker every time. And the inside should be dry. Wait a second now. I got this big old backpack, you see. Can't take off my jacket. Maybe I can show you some other time? Oh, what you waiting for? If you're innocent, take it off and show us. It wasn't me, I swear. I never shot that dang president. I could never. If that's true, then your best option is to cooperate and tell us the truth. Is there a particular reason why you chose to wear a parka with a red hood here today? I'm sorry, there's something I never told you. Something I couldn't. I'll complain, I promise. I'll just lose you hear? Who is it? Who said that? Watch our horses. It's a little too soon for the end game. What you doing? Rook? No, knight? Knight. It's knight. You're the criminal. You're the culprit. That goes for you too, Mr. Prosecutor. You list us one the moment you made your opening move. It's one of the minutes from Key's photograph. Guess it's better to introduce myself. You got a gun. Nice skills. The name's Bronco Knight. I'm the president's personal bodyguard and second in command of his security detail. Eek. Point that thing somewhere else, pal. What the heck's wrong with you? Sorry, can't help myself. It's just too much fun doing this good. You're not a member of law enforcement, so how did you get a gun? This girl's on loan from Zhengfa. Temporarily issued us presidential bodyguards. This old girl is on loan from Zhengfa. Which old girl? Temporarily issued you. Anyway, never mind that. I got two tidbits of news for you. You wanna hear the bad or the good? Choice is yours. Indifferent. Really? You're giving up your first move to bench? Whatever, your loss. So you play a little chess, I take it? Fellow fan, are you? Mr. Red Suit. The name is Edgeworth, and you could say I dabble. Duly noted. Alright, I'll start with the good news. President's okay. Didn't suffer as much as his friend. He didn't? That's a relief. Particularly for the young lady here, that means there's no longer a murder charge on the table. That is good, Tabby? Yeah, because I never... Now for the bad news. The only reason President's alive is because we bodyguards did our job. One of us did, anyhow. Our boss. He put himself in line of fire. You're referring to your colleague, Mr. Rook. Yeah, it's game over for him. No way. Rook is dead. A genuine loss. So, you're saying that Tabby... Yeah, your friend here killed my colleague. My brother in arms. Heck no. I didn't do it. I didn't kill anybody. I could never. Murder? Sure, we did what we had to. Sacrifice one of our pieces to protect the king. But to lose someone like him during a castling is a real shame. Castling? What's that even mean? It's a chess term. It's very simplistically speaking, is a move where the rook switches places with the king. What is it? Castling. Mr. Knight, was it? Yeah. What? We'll need to see the victim's body right away, and if possible, I'd like to ask the president a few questions. Sorry, no one can do. Why not? That's the third piece of news. There's the piece you're gonna like the least. The National Police Force of Zhengfa will be handling things from here. You better be kidding. This investigation was signed to us. We're not about to hand it over. You're D. Edgeworth, the one who solved the Yatagarsu? The president mentioned you. I'm honored to have warranted his attention. Makes sense that the chief prosecutor would assign this one to you. The chief assigned me to appease the president. But that was a mistake, a big one. You should have given the case to somebody with the spine. You're free to take it up with President Wang if he enjoyed the diplomatic incidents, that is. You're coming with me. We'll continue this on the presidential plane. No, I never did nothing, I swear. You can do this the hard way if you like, but in Zengfa, justice is served one way or another. Oh, come on, you gotta help me out here, please. Miss Louie. She was the one in the red hood, there's no denying that now. I can't help feeling we don't know the whole truth behind this case. I'm innocent, you gotta believe me. Can I really let this happen? Is this how it ends? Look in her eyes, crack in her voice as she's making, this is not act by a criminal. She's genuinely scared. And if I let him take her, we'll never know what really happened. Is it the holder? Eek. What? Huh? What the? Get your filthy hands off. What's going on? Quiet now. Is that really any way to greet me? Your neck has barely begun to heal, and you've already forgotten who I am. I'm disappointed. It's you. Ah, so you do remember. What do you think you're doing, pal? Put the knife down and give it up. Got some nerve pulling a stunt like this in front of a bunch of police officers. Don't even think about it. You don't stand a chance against this guy. Who are you, really? He's an assassin. From the Shell something. Yeah, that Shell, remember the sign? This guy's a pro. He's a hitman. His name's Shelly the Killer. The Killer? Yeah. How do you not remember him? There's not a legal professional in the country who doesn't know that name. An assassin capable of taking down any target, any place, any time. This isn't the first time our paths crossed. It's been too long, Mr. Edgeworth. But of course, this is the first time we've met face to face. Oh, okay. You're the assassin we've been looking for? In a sense, yes. A certain someone did indeed hire me to carry out a contract. And that contract did indeed specify that I was to assassinate President Wang. I swear I've seen this picture in one of my old files before, but how could I have been so careless? My bandage proved useful for bringing a knife into the park undetected, but I miscalculated in certain other regards. He didn't bring a gun? Now, shall we play a little game, Mr. Knight? I know how fond you are of such diversions. Stakes must be high in order for it to be fun. Of course, shall we wager, say, your life? What do you want from me? I would like for you to allow Mr. Edgeworth to remain in charge of the case. He what? What are you up to, the Killer? I would simply like our mutual friend to see things through their conclusion. But why? The Astron Rogue was a man of great skill, one whom I felt a certain connection. It is only right that the truth behind his death be brought to light. So he was friends with Rook. Mr. Rook's departure, the case is now yours to investigate, is it not? I'm simply asking you to transfer that authority over to Mr. Edgeworth. It's not something worth losing your life over, is it? You're using the investigations to get close to the president. Am I really? I suppose it is true that in order for the investigation to proceed, we will need to enter the presidential plane. You think I'm gonna let you near him? I'm his chief bodyguard. Are you? And here I thought you were only second in command. Rook's not around, that means I'm number one. I wonder if we have what it takes to step into such capable shoes. Of course I do. I'm the leader now. Me. If that is indeed the case, then I would ask that you make a choice worthy of a leader. Will you needlessly throw away your life, or will you allow the investigation to continue? To gain access to the president? Does he even need to? What is he plotting? You have no objections, I trust? Come on. Let us continue the investigation. What do we do, sir? We have no choice but to do as we're told. That said, listen well. I'll buy us some time as I investigate. Meanwhile, you gather the other officers, have them surround the plane, and make absolutely certain that there's no way he can escape. Yes, sir. Got it. He's gonna escape. To be continued. Save. With the death of Benjamin Rook and the revelation that Shelley the killer was in our midst, the case has taken a turn we could have never predicted. Mr. Knight ordered that the door to the presidential plane be opened, and the emergency personnel attending to Mr. Rook's bodyguard were asked to leave. With the scene cleared, we stepped cautiously aboard. What? But the blood is on the plane. No president in sight. Now, where could he be? Who knows? Ah, so he's hiding behind the bulkhead door over there, is he? As courageous in the face of danger as ever. Sorry to disappoint, but did you seriously expect him to be standing here waiting to meet his assassin? As we have already established, my interest lies only in the successful conclusion of this investigation. Now, Mr. Edgeworth, if you would be so kind as to examine the body. Alright? My only option right now is to play along. The rest is up to you. So, the attempted assassination of the president has become the murder of a bodyguard. You could use a little help there. Not that I need it, but yes. That's what I thought. Then there's nothing else for it. Little thief. Nope. Not. But I will provide vital assistance. I get to scoring this crime scene from top to bottom. It would take a while to assemble our backup, so I need to draw this person as far as possible. I must score the scene. Bullet seems to have entered under the armpit. But why is the blood here? He was hit in an area his bulletproof vest didn't cover. How the hell? Like it was on purpose or something. The cause of death would appear to be the loss of blood. Attempts were made to stanch, but to no avail. The medics must have been brought in to try to save him. Sadly, it was too late. So what is this blood? Why is this here? The two large rectangles cut into the floor here. No. It's an emergency entrance disguised in Wait a minute. Did that have something to do with the case? Lower his rope and make his marathon. Which would make it an exit, not an entrance, so which is an exit. But it's used as an exit, but disguised as an exit. It is used as an entrance, but disguised as an exit. Yeah. I think, congratulations, you yourself. That's quite an achievement. Look, it's the victim. What do you mean? I mean, the bodyguard didn't operate the same rank promotion system as the police in the first place. Gun. I was trying to use it. Probably drew it on instinct when he fell. He was trying to use it? In the plane? All there. No sense of weapon being used. It's a bulletproof case. They use it to shield their clients. There was some in case photograph too. Looks like Rook and Knife each had one. Yay, that's the photo I snatched. You can hardly steal a photo at a public event, okay? But I'm snatching up a moment in time with every picture I take, you know? I take it, snatch is your new favorite word? Maybe. Are we done here? I don't believe... Wait, let me read it. I don't believe there's any more to be found here. Alright, we're done. Suspicion of murder? Didn't do it. I'm a reporter. I bag scoops, not souls. Why lie about the jacket? That was, what? I knew y'all would think it was fishy. Is that really all there was? Please, you gotta believe me. I'd like to tell everything will be alright, but just try not to worry too much. You really are active in one way or another. I believe in you. How many times I am not your chief? I almost forgot you were chief number 2. That's not what I meant. Someone has left an inflatable boat. Mask. 2 gas masks in case of poison gas attack, I suppose. Present certainly the risk of assassination. What? Wait a minute. Solid circular life preserver. Bird. Sup? High hopes for your investigation. I hope you won't betray my trust in you. Mutual understanding. Things are progressing well, I hope. There's no need to worry. Things are progressing just fine. Remember, I absolutely despise betrayals of all kinds. Yes, I know. Indeed you do. So please, do not take care not to double-cross me, accidentally or otherwise. Assassination attempt. Can't believe I led an assassin onto the plains. You know very well it was for the good of the investigation, Mr. Knight. Don't give me that. I know what you really want. You do indeed, because you heard me say already. I wish to know the truth behind Mr. Rick's death. But you did also say you were asked to assassinate the president by a certain someone. You seem to have forgotten that there are more pressing matters at hand. I don't often carry out unpaid work, but it's not entirely unheard of. Fine, I'll get back to investigating. Good. I am expecting great things from you, Mr. Ashworth. What is this? Bank of monitors. Can I see one? I must scout the scene and inspect everything. What is this? President's fecal photo. But the monitor is broken. Are we done here? Do I have to examine everything? I don't think there's much more. Alright, we're done here. I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. What? This is what he was wearing? That looks heavy. So this is what the president wears, huh? It must be made of something super special. Protect them from bullets. It's not just for show. It's a bulletproof vest. Oh. Why didn't you just say so? Now I feel silly. Shall we take a glance? Another security plan. Oh yeah. Just like the one for TrashNet. This is from March 19th. Also, in case amphibious assault, present safety is paramount. Suspected area should be covered at all times precisely. But wait, something goes off. They're switched. Couldn't mean. Okay, so. Yes. Can I deduce yet? Is that everything? Alright, let's deduce.
Eureka!
The two plans are different. Was the security detail reorganized at some point? You're right. Yeah, we made some last-minute changes yesterday. President's orders. Why the urgency? because of what happened the day before. The killer here tried to take him down. The day before. You tried to take him down? We made some last-minute changes yesterday, but he infiltrated the security detail, posed as one of us. Rook figured it out first, but not before the guy got within striking distance of the president. If our leader hadn't stepped in, then we'd all have been out of a job. And we made it. And their friend here wound up with a seriously twisted arm. Oh, that's where it's from. And that's where you broke your neck. Rook put a bullet in it for good measure, too. And where were you while this was happening? You were the first one I overpowered, were you not? Oh, that's embarrassing. Shut up, kid. Now I get it. That's why his neck's broken. Your neck has barely begun to heal and you've already forgotten who I am. I'm disappointed. It's you. Busted up my neck so bad I can't even look to my right. Oh, can't even look to your right. I was somewhat astonished to have sustained an injury at all. Testament to Mr. Rook's skill, he was truly a master of his craft. Unlike a certain someone I could mention, I'm just as good as he ever was. You were a pawn to his queen, my young friend. What the heck do you know? So that's how you remember Mr. Rook's name. You admired his skill as a bodyguard. Indeed, while I was serving on the team, I learned the names of all the operatives. But his in particular stayed with me. It joined the very short list of those who ever successfully wounded me. So that's the connection he was talking about. And that's why we changed up the security plan. Had to be sure there weren't any more assassins in the rings. The president didn't want anybody in this stage he didn't trust, and he only trusts two people, me and Rook. How does that explain your change of position? Yeah, he switched over to the right-hand side. Told you, I can't turn my neck to the right. Could only cover the president's left side. Can't turn his head to the right, so he was moved to the right side. He can't turn his head, so he can only move to where the balloon was, right? He can't look at the president, basically. Is that it? What is this? Curious figure, animal, curious expression. Look, there's a big lever. What is that? Can I? What is it though? He's standing on a trap door, so I advise you not to pull it. Do so and you will regret it. You know, I'm okay with taking some advice, especially when it's coming from a professional killer. Buttons. Safety alarms. Seems like a tough guy. Buying those for kids, maybe his wife. Objection, Your Honor. It is simply not possible for one person to use this many personal alarms. Why do you ask? Because he is human, and therefore possesses everything he has. 20 hands wouldn't be good enough to count the number of officials that have to reaction. Alright, what is this? That's nothing. I don't believe there's any more to be found here. I guess it's logic time then? Oh. Equipment. Ooh. The door. Doors aren't there to be beaten, but however it is, look at the lock. It's just sitting there. Begging you to try it. For you. Wait. What is the right answer? Alright, last time. It's the only one. It's like we have 6. It's full. Assassination attempt. Bulletproof vest has a bullet lodged in it. Is it for the president or the founding body? Knight can't turn his head to the right, so we'll just move. Rook's gun. 6-shot revolver on loan from Zhengfa has not been fired. Found in trash can, not easy to fire. There we go. There we go. 2 bullets were fired in total. We know this because 2 shots were heard. One traveled through the flag and the balloon, and the other took Rook's life. But there's a bullet in the president's vest too, right? How is that possible? Hell indeed, the numbers don't add up. However, there's one possible explanation. It went through his body and then hit the president. The bullet took his hand and lodged itself in the vest. In other words, 2 of the bullets were in fact 1. No way. He's right. If the president hadn't been wearing that vest, it could have been a lot worse. And he wasn't injured by all that impact? Even when obstructed by a vest, a bullet can inflict serious damage. Sure, I've known guys who got broken bones that way, but the president's okay. He's made of strong stuff. Sounds like he didn't even need a vest. Let's not get carried away. I want that bullet's ballistic markings analyzed. Remind me, where are those? You little dirt. That's like a new pattern. Yeah, fingerprints. Right. Fingerprints for bullets. The bullet hit solid armor. The impact will have completely flattened it. You'll be lucky if there's anything left for forensics to find. What? But I was all set for some analyzing. Assassination, Rook's position was targeted during his speech. He was moved to the right. Not easy to acquire. From Zhengfa. Yay. The 2 guns are exactly the same, meaning that it's likely that one we found is also from Zhengfa. The bodyguards all get their guns from Zhengfa authorities. Yes. So are they like super rare or anything? No, I don't believe so. This model is actually easy to come by in this country, but it's certainly not impossible. And here I thought they might be valuable treasures. Yes, it is something of a shame. Whoa, I just did a treasure and you actually responded for once. Which would have made them treasures of the evidence variety. See, everything the treasure hunt one way or another, including this investigation. Could say that. It's treasure hunting time. On with the investigation. That's quite enough investigating for now. What is taking so long? Well, Mr. Ashworth, have we solved the case? No, not yet. Is that so? Then perhaps interviewing another key witness might help you do so. Another witness? Who? You don't mean the man on the other side of that door? The president? He really intends to have me question the president. Now, if you would be so kind to summon him, Mr. Ashworth. Stop right there, the killer. You're nuts if you think I'd let him anywhere near you. Well, Mr. President, I'm sure you're watching us through the security feed, aren't you? In which case, I politely request that you show yourself. That is, if you value your bodyguard's life. Just stay in, man. Come on out. Stay in, whatever you gotta do. Well then, nothing else. We now know what kind of man you really are. Mr. President? Ah, you little bitch. You can't do this. Let's all calm down. Alright, maybe not. Maybe he's not a bitch. Come on, detective. Where the blazes are you? The lights. What's happening? Listen well, Mr. Ashworth. I would advise you stay very still. It seems I will not be granted my audience with the president after all. Even with Mr. Nye's life as my bargaining chip. No, stop. Yeek. He's not gonna kill him. You won't get away with this, the killer. I've seen enough, and now I know the truth. Where are you? Where did you go? I leave the rest in your capable hands, Mr. Edgeworth. Worth. Sir. Mr. Edgeworth. Detective Gumshoe? Sir. Mr. Edgeworth, sir. I must have been knocked unconscious. Sir, you're okay. Are you alright, Mr. Edgeworth? Never mind me. He didn't hurt you, did he, Kay? Nah, I'm fine. I'll just woke myself up. My head will be sore for a while, but that's about it. So you can stop worrying. Did you manage to stop the killer? Oh, see, Miss Lloyd came running out of the plane and she told us he'd flown the coop. We're too late. I'm sorry, sir. Bodyguard over there told us something too. Seems there's an inflatable boat missing from the window. The killer must have stolen it and rowed himself across the lake. What about the cordon around the park? I call everybody back in the stake at the plane, including the guys stationed across the river. No. So it's completely stripped through our fingers. Not the best look for the department, but yeah. Hey, Edward. Mr. Knight, you're alive. Yeah, no thanks to that murder. That reminds me, I found this lying on the ground next to you, Mr. Edward. Calling card, marked with a seashell. Guess you wanted to leave a message. Killer usually leaves things next to the bodies of his victims, but you're not dead, sir. But I could have been. Maybe that's the message. I figured out everything. Now I know the truth. I leave the rest in your capable hands. So you know who did this? What's going on? That was a resident. It's coming out. He's kind of a bitch, right? So he's the president of Zhengfa, Mr. Dijon Wang. And you are? Honorable to meet you, Mr. President. My name's Edgeworth. How do you not know me? What? I saved your country, by the way. From inflation, honor is all mine. I am Dijon Wang. Your efforts on behalf of Zhengfa had not gone unnoticed. You averted it. Alright, so he does know me. He must be referring to the Atagarson case. Thank you, sir, but all I did was solve a few local cases of murder. You are too humble. I have been observing your investigation. You're an impressive operator, Mr. Edgeworth, even if the killer did get away. That's very kind of you to say, so he was watching. Sadly, I must inform you that this is as far as your investigation goes. What do you mean? Hear me, foolish prosecutor, for I shall say this only once. The knight has appraised me of the state of affairs. From this point forward, the case will be handled by Zhengfa's police force, the finest in the world. Even with the killer out of the picture, they're still looking to get thrown off the case. What are you doing, pal? No one talks to Mr. Edgeworth like that. If it hadn't been for him, the killer would have. Detective, forgive me. But I must confess to being somewhat confused. I fail to see how or why this case falls within Zhengfa's jurisdiction. You fail to see. Enough, Penny Prosecutor. You seek explanation from a head of state? I say no. 1,000 times no. I will not explain myself to you. Now hand over the evidence you have gathered and remove yourself from this plane. I'd do as I say if I were you, Edgeworth. This can't be the end of lying, can it? Hold it! Objection! Case evidence handed to Mr. Knight. Why? Why let us come so far only to pull the case out from under us? Now you may leave. Knight, detain the suspect. Yes, sir, right away. You make an attempt on my life to murder one of my faithful servants. The effrontery, the villainy. He really did take it. His eye. Shut your mouth, Mr. Journalist. Aye. Answer me this. In a world already lousy with lies, with deception, with sin and iniquity, Can we stand by and suffer yet another crime to go unpunished? I say no, 1,000 times no. And there can be no forgiveness. There can be no surrender. Was it you? Was it Wang? Why, you ask me? Then I will tell you. He's hiding something, I'm certain of it. And if I leave now, we'll never know the truth. Mr. Edgeworth, sir? Edgeworth, there's gotta be something we can do. Think, Miles. Remember, how many times have you faced a situation like this in the courtroom? Huh? Chess? Lies of witness. Encountered the arguments of other lawyers. Has the critical evidence always been laid out at your feet? No, and yet you always got to the truth of decision in the end with your words. Logic chess? Logic chess. Now, let us analyze the state of play. Be gone, Queen Prosecutor, or do you defy the direct orders of the President? He's not going to listen. He clearly means to drown out any objection by means of pure rhetorical force. When an opponent is on the offensive, the best thing to do is bide my time and wait for an opening. As he said himself, he's the head of state, a seasoned politician. He won't open himself to attack. I can't let him bully me into submission. I have to stay calm and alert. If I can read his movements and expressions correctly, I'm able to find my first aim should be finding out why he's insisting on Zheng Fa taking over his case. The board is set. The time to make my opening gambit. So who's gonna take over? I am the leader. I have no time for your insolent back chat. I was simply hoping to confirm one this. You said you will not be assigned to your national police force. I do. You mean Agent Lang? Wait. For massive quarter of the doctor's hospital. Worthless, meaningless wonder. What? Can't let him bully me on that. So who will take over? I'm the leader of Zheng Fa. I have no time for your insolent back chat. Nothing's witness questions. Good boy. The interior of this plane is sovereign territory. You have no rights to it. That's so. Could it be that the current location itself is city limits now? Could you at least explain to me why I'm off the case? Imbecile. Cease your insolent gabbering. I need not to explain myself to you. My reasons are my own. Alright, bide my time. Are they related to our current location? Particularly aggressive when discussing your current location. You smart Alec. As you said yourself, the presidential plane is the sovereign territory of Zheng Fa, and from that we can infer that you believe the rules of extraterritoriality apply inside here. Is that correct? Enough. Cease your objectable whining. Things getting too hot? You rant and roar all you like, but you won't escape my scrutiny. It was unmistakable the moment I mentioned extraterritoriality, you became visibly agitated. You think you're clever, don't you? True. Extraterritoriality applies. Your laws mean nothing here. And why does that matter? Because you're powerless. You have neither influence nor authority. Interesting. So extraterritoriality does have something to do with all of this. Let's dig a little deeper into the claim that the plane is sovereign territory, shall we? Yay. Next move will decide the victor. He may be president, but nobody is untouchable. Does that really apply here? Do you even understand what you're asking? Of course. If I didn't, I wouldn't ask it. No shame calling into question the good word of one such as myself. When he has his finger up, he buys your time. I have no more time for this. You clearly cannot be saved from your own foolishness. I'm not the one in need of saving, that would be Miss Lloyd, the woman who is wrongfully accusing this guy. Your shiver is reliable, but changes nothing. Can I be mine? This is a fog. I'll need a clue of some kind. Let me try another tag for now. You've overplayed your hand. Isn't you again? Nothing else. Bide. You dare to tell me how to govern? How to lead? Go. Yes, I do. She is guilty. She's the culprit. There's nothing left to debate. Well, I have plenty to say. Yes, I've already talked to something. Alright. What? Tell little bully. Five. Who else could have fired from the outside of the plane? There's no other visible suspect. Fascinating. So he's claiming that Miss Lloyd fired him from the outside of the plane. Of course, if I didn't, I wouldn't ask. Changes nothing, that's right. I cannot be mad so far, huh? She fired you from the outside of the plane. There we go. I'll not be able to call extraterritorial of the privilege of the plane into doubt. However, according to you, she shot at you from the outside of the aircraft. Bye-bye. Bested by a mere prosecutor. Checkmate. Mind chess, checkmate. It's logic chess. Bro. I trust you won't mind if we continue the investigation now. It happened outside. How do you know that? I officially and unreservedly confer my approval. Consider a gesture of magnanimity, and generosity for which my good office is known. Unmistakably and irrefutably, just shut up. No, the outcome goes lovely. People are saying fast. Investigation will continue. There's like 5 people that you're talking to. Take it. Except Mr. Shreve. We did it. We sure did. Now we can continue. Whatever. Enjoy your pocket full of songs. I'll be over here showing you how to put in the play. You will definitely enjoy my next move. Mr. President, one more favor if you would be so kind. What is it? Would you please give us your testimony concerning the incident itself? Now you want me to testify. Whoa. That's your next move? If you want the president to testify, you have to take him to court. All in good time, Mr. Knight. We will get this day in court soon enough. But if a person of interest refuses to cooperate at the investigation stage of the process, they're obliged to provide detailed justification as to their reason for doing so. What's the matter? Is there something you'd rather than know? You guys were in on it. I'll do as the prosecutor asks. Thank you for your cooperation. Now listen. Listen well. Where was I when the incident occurred? The stage, of course. Suddenly, the Rook and Knight jumped in front of me. Then, bang, a shot rang out, and a plain, unblemished balloon of red exploded nearby. Well, that's not the order. They heard the shot first. Not hesitating for an instant, my bodyguards tried to escort me back to the safety. And then, second shot. The bullet went through the Rook and lodged itself in the vest as I was wearing. The president is also a victim. Nope. My guess is that there's something behind all this he doesn't want to make public. Cover up. And the president isn't the only one who knows the truth, isn't that right? Time to get to the bottom of this once and for all. These two are in on it. Alright. Damn. Then bang.
Hold it!
That's not the order. The shot happened first.
Hold it!
Bang. The shot rang out. Playing. The stage, of course, suddenly. Nope, that's not the order. Bang. There you go.
Objection!
Or does it? How? What the fuck?
Hold it!
What the fuck, man?
Hold it!
Clearly a contradiction, but the game doesn't want to admit it. It's another bullshit. Alright, just
Hold it!
since it doesn't want to make sense, just press everything just in case.
Hold it! Hold it! Hold it!
Holding. Well, guy's the victim here. Wouldn't make sense for him to lie, you know? Guess we gotta assume he's telling it. No. One of the things is unclear. I'll think back to this another time. Did I know something? Alright, let me see the evidence. Then bang, shot right now. Unblemished balloon of red exploded nearby. A shot rang out. Not hesitating for an instant, my bodyguards tried to escort me back to the safety of the plane. Is that it? Not hesitating instant. It could be true. And then second shot. The bullet went right to Rook. Unblemished balloon of red. It's not red. It ain't red.
Objection!
You see, it was plain red balloon at first. But I strongly beg to differ. Take a look at this. I think you'd agree that it's hardly plain, wouldn't you? No. What? Who is that? Mr. President, meet the Steel Samurai. I would have hoped you might recognize him, especially for hoping to ingratiate yourself with the people of this country. Yeah, you need to watch Diamond Ninja too. He's amazing. So you'll see the balloon struck by a bullet was anything but plain. In fact, the Steel Samurai. But the briefing mentioned 2 plain red balloons. Were you never out there? And there they are, right on the security cam. They do look pretty plain, don't they? Just simple round balloons. Like, what is the meaning of this? But why do you not know this? What? It seems the Steel Samurai was borrowed at the last minute. Borrowed? That's what we were told. Strongly reported the incident's bodyguards, though, since there was little trouble here on the site. One of the original balloons burst somehow. So he swapped an emergency replacement? Yeah, one of the stall holders happened to have saw it from what I hear, he was more than willing to lend it out. A very happy-go-lucky kind of guy. Stall holder with a steel samurai balloon to spare. Larry? Larry Butts? They filled just the bottom part up with air to make it look like the other ornamental balloon. Look like the other ornamental balloon. So while it was steel summer balloon, it was made to look like the plain red one above the water. Is that the long and short of it? Night. Why was there not important? You don't need to know. Why would you need to know? It was a pressing issue. Indeed, you saw it and you know different, correct? Yes, I suppose so. Could he really have mistaken the steel samurai's pants for plain red balloon? Still, Mr. President, I struggle to see how you wouldn't have noticed something different. Of course. I mean, why would he know? I could barely see the balloon. You couldn't see it? That's right, the wind was blowing. The wind was blowing. The flags to the sides of the stage were flapping incessantly and blocking my view. Yes, those two flags. They're being blown back towards me. That was a flag. It's strong enough to blow the flag in such a fashion. But does that conflict in any way with her understanding? Does it? Anything about the wind? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Thank you, Mr. President. Your testimony has revealed yet another contradiction. It has. Yes, a contradiction that can turn this entire case upside down. However, in the scene, the wind has died down and the flags were resting calmly. But if the wind had previously been blowing the flags as the President describes, a certain piece of evidence would certainly take a very different meaning. Right there. Earlier, we deduced that the bullet that struck the steel samurai balloon and the bullet that passed her flag were one and the same. From these two things, we further deduced the trajectory of the bullet must have taken. And we concluded that our shooter must have fired from the left side of the spectator area. But if the balloon were blowing as the President describes, our conclusion becomes quite different. No way, if the flags were pointed to each other in that direction, then it came from the guards. Trajectory changes. And if we trace that trajectory back to the source, we can ascertain who really fired that shot. Wait, but Mr. Edgeworth, that would mean... Yes, I know. We may not yet understand the reason why, but it can only have been shot by one person who did it. It's one of these two, right? He was giving a speech. It was probably Bronco Knight.
Take that!
If I remember correctly, that's the person who... I think that's the culprit, right? The path in the balloon leads directly to the spot we're standing. But why? The guy is one of the President's bodyguards. Why the heck does he go around shooting balloons? This is absurd. What exactly are you trying to imply? That Mr. Knight, the man who saved my life countless times, is my would-be assassin? He wasn't aiming at you, though. He put up a lot from you, but this were President Wang's bodyguards, were the pieces put on the board to protect the king. I'll handle this night. Sorry, sir. Edgeworth, the wind was indeed blowing quite fiercely around the time of my speech, but the wind can pick up and die away in an instant, can it not? Therefore, I need proof. Proof that it was blowing hard enough to lift the flags during a crucial moment. The first shot was fired around the time President raised his fist. I have a piece of evidence that shows that. Perhaps you can also show us what was happening with the flag too. As the excitement reaches fever pitch, we shall crush the wicked righteous hammer. Passionately, we shall perforce declaring popularity by force, sheer force. Is it this? Is it that? Is that the flag? That might be the flag. Let's try it. The first shot was fired around the time President raised his fist. I have these evidence. What was happening with the flag then too? That's the flag.
Take
right?
that!
They're proving this picture right here. This should be good. Which picture? Where? Right here.
Take
Right
that!
there. Well, do you deny that it clearly shows the flag? Aye. There we have it. Proof that it was blowing towards you at the moment of the shooting. So that means our pal over there did shoot the balloon, marking him the assassin? Knight. Is Knight the assassin? No. Is he? Okay, so he shot the balloon from there. Then how did the bullet hit the rook and then the president? Like, he can't turn his head to the right. Right? Should I say it is? It came from the... Wait. What is this? What is this then? Got the laser? What is this laser? They fire 2 bullets. What is the laser then? So he fired the first shot. But is he the assassin? I forgot. Was he? Let's go with it. Is not the assassin. Mr. Knight is not the assassin. He may have shot the balloon, but the president was on the other side of it entirely. Therefore, he can't have been aiming at his boss. Yeah. Besides, why would he shoot the balloon? What would be the point? And watch how you answer, or am I aim first and you next? There was a point, I'm sure of it. It was prepping finally put this whole conundrum to rest. The knight definitely shot the balloon. That fact alone changes everything about this case. The knight can't turn his head to the right, so he was moved. So he was moved to the right of the stage. Data shows that the knight shot at the right side. Why didn't I assign position change? Told you can't turn my neck to the right. So he can look left, but is that the only reason? I suppose that the plan hadn't changed. The knife had remained in the position on the left. Given that he was unable to turn his head to the right, would he even have been able to shoot the lead closest to him? Could it be that the security plan was changed for the express purpose of popping one of the balloons? And if we suppose that to be the case, the two plans are different. Was the security detail reorganized at some point? Yeah, we made some last minute changes yesterday. President's orders. That's right, the president was the one who ordered the change. Change of plans. If I'm reading things right, the president knew in advance about the balloon shooting, which means he must have had foreknowledge who would be in someone's crosshairs today as well. And if that's true, then everything else that's been bothering me falls neatly into place. How did the shooter get a gun past such heavy security? Why would they carry out the shooting wearing such conspicuous hiding clothing? Why use a laser sight that would give away their location in an instant? How did the president suffer no injuries at all despite a directive to his vest? These are all questions that Knight and the president don't want us to consider. There is only one possible reason Mr. Knight to have fired the gun: to create illusion of an assassination attempt. What? Idiot. You do understand what you're saying. Oh, I understand all too well. I understand everything now. Most of all, I understand why you're so keen to take this investigation off my hands, Mr. President. You wanted your real plans to remain hidden. Is this some sort of a sick joke? Oh, it's no joke, I assure you. Simply the truth, as revealed by the careful application of logic and reasoning, nothing more. The first shot was fired by Mr. Knight with the specific intention of hitting a balloon. The sound of the gunfire bursting of the balloon were guaranteed to cause a panic, and then he fired again. He did? Yes, he fired 2 bullets, both of which were aimed at the balloon. As for why he did so, because the second shot was designed to create an impression that the president had been hit. Then what's the deal with the one with the vest? I'm willing to bet that the bullet was planted there long before the shooting ever occurred. So, Mr. Heroic President didn't take a bullet after all. That's not true. I was shot. I tell you. We'll be able to verify it ourselves when we take a closer look at the bullet. At the very least, we can expect to find traces of Mr. Rook's blood on it, correct? But you said it yourself. You found the shooter in the photograph, the person with the red hood.
Objection!
Objection! I thought I made myself clear. The trajectory only points to one possible shooter, Mr. Knight. Then where does Tabby fit into all this? She was simply one part of their plan. And Lord places suspicion elsewhere. They said about creating a fake assassin. Highly suspicious with a red hood. I have yet to assert exactly how complicit Mr. Lloyd was in this whole scheme, but I can say with some confidence that none of the shots were fired by her. I suspect her only job was to point a laser sight at the president. That's right, the night was tasked with turning your jacket inside out at the moment. Huh? Was making the mysterious red-hooded shooter disappear in the broken eye. Red-hooded. And the gun and that doesn't make sense. Like, they talked to her beforehand and they had her point the laser pointer? In the trash can. With all you do on the work of an assassin so skilled they could vanish into thin air. But then the case would go cool. Exactly what our friends here were hoping for. Makes sense now why they wanted you off the case. Indeed, because the entire affair was a cheap ruse perpetrated by the president himself. Huh? It's not quite making sense. The president mask has well and truly slipped. I admit it. The entire assassination was a lie, wasn't it? If that stupid chief prosecutor hasn't insisted on assigning you chief prosecutor, who?
Objection!
That's enough, Edgeworth. Mr. Knight. Then who killed Rook? Sorry, but I'm speaking to the president right now. We still got questions, right? Oh, my job is a knight and protecting my king. So go ahead, keep running your mouth. Perhaps it would be better if we stuck to threatening each other with words. He wouldn't, would he? Nah, I don't need those things to shut you up. Alright, my move. Question. You claim I fired my gun on stage. How do you figure I did that in front of a crowd with thousands? Excellent point. Time for a counter move, I suppose. You have certain something that allows you to conceal your reactions. What did Knight use to hide his actions from the crowd? The bag, right?
Take that!
Take that. My attached case. Yes, take a good look at the case photograph. Your right hand is completely obscured by the case. At the very moment this picture was taken, you were firing your gun in such a way that you wouldn't be detected.
Objection!
Objection! Wait. He has an objection voice, which means he is the culprit, right? Yeah, as I remembered, yeah, he was the culprit. You don't like to let the facts get in the way of a good theory, do you, Edgeworth? Shame you don't seem to have noticed. Notice what? The theories are all you have. Conjectures, nothing more. The flag was billowing in the wind precisely at the right moment. I hit my gun with the attached case, which changed the security handles I couldn't put in my head. It's all just speculation, circumstantial evidence at best. You can't prove any of it. If you at least had the bullet that burst the balloon, you might have a scrap of credibility. Imagine, you can't run forensics to see if it matched my gun. But no, that bullet is at the bottom of the lake. You gonna dredge it up? Hate to say, but he's right. I don't live in concrete. I thought not. Maybe now you can shut your mouth. Miss Lloyd. Of course. She could shed some light on this whole situation. I just need to get her to talk. What's the matter? Something you want to say, Miss Journalist? Nah, never mind. Say it. That's what I thought. Miss Lloyd. I need you to be brave. If you don't speak up, the truth will be lost forever. You're a journalist. I think can't stay quiet any longer. You understand what you're doing, right? I think carefully before opening that mouth of yours. I was so focused on bagging me a scoop, I forgot the most important thing of all. Real journalists don't lie. I had no dang scoop if I had the truth. Sorry, Mr. Edgeworth. I should have showed this to you earlier. What is it? The laser pointer I used on the president. But that's all I've done. I never shot anybody. Stupid. But I told you. You screw up and go down as an incompliance. It was him. He told me to do it. It was a Zengfa's embassy stuffing out a story, like I told you. This was 3 to 10. So they did make you do it. He comes up with this out of the blue. But stops talking. Help me out and I'll get you exclusive access to the president, that kind of stuff. What about the gun in the stash can? That I don't know about, I swear. All he told me was to wear a jacket with a red hood and point... Why a red hood? And to point that they're pointing at the president. Why a red hood? I never thought for a minute it'd blow up in my face so bad. I truly am. Thank you. I like to testify to FI Clinical trial. I got to go a long way towards proving that the assassination was a sham. So what's wrong with you people? Don't any of you know what's good for you? My sympathies, Mr. Knight. Had you successfully removed me from this cage as you'd intended, perhaps then you'd have kept your pawn quiet, Oh, there's another bullet. You told Tabby, if you let slip about a fake assassination plot, we'll have you convicted for murder. Or something like that. Dirty. I said no such thing. President Wang, give it up, Knight. It's time we come clean. It's our only choice. Mr. President, you admit it. You admit that there was a plot to fake an assassination attempt? I do. I'm sorry. But why? My popularity has been on the wane back home. I thought surviving the attempt of my life might give me a boost I needed. I know what we did was wrong. So yes, it was all lies. All of it. Then who killed Rook? The bullet in the vest was planted ahead of time. I wasn't hit by anything today. But then, what was up with the kill? You hired him? Our plan got out somehow. And then he just appeared, hell-bent on turning our fake assassination attempt into a real one. Hence the red raincoat, I suppose. But why red? He'd hoped to get close enough as the fake assassin to finish the job. There is one thing I don't understand though. What would that be? Why did Rook have to die? That's what I'm saying! If the whole thing was a fake, how did he wind up getting killed for real? That's true, and therein lies the real question. He was a fine bodyguard, the best in fact. He may not have been a native of Zhengfa, but... Oh, Knight. Right. Mr. Rook must have been really something the truth could hid from his own shadow. Sounds like he was as trustworthy to the president as I am to you, sir. I believe that for me to say, not you. Mr. Rook must have known about the plan too, then. He wasn't aware of any specific details, so not really. I tried to involve him, but he refused. And you would have done well to listen to him. This is a tragedy. The life of a good man has been wasted. What was so great about him anyway? There we go. There's our culprit. There's our motive, right? He was jealous. He was just another piece on the board, there to protect you, nothing more. Mr. Knight, how could you? Who was it actually went along with your plan, huh? Well, that P.S. coward backed down. What is he doing? When you needed him to step up the most. I value your support too, of course, but look, I'm your chief bodyguard now. That's all that matters. And now that Spineless Rook is gone, things are gonna change around here. Thanks to me, genius strategist, grandmaster, rightful leader of this team. We are all well aware of ambitions tonight, but does this seem a little imprudent to you? Why? My plan this time was perfect, as they always are, and as they always will be. That's quite the statement, especially considering that your perfect plan was an abject failure. Well, no thanks to you, but that buffoon Rook. How exactly was it Mr. Rook's fault? If he hadn't died, the killer would have never come after me. And I wouldn't have had to let you understand. Please, Mr. Knight, you mustn't talk like that. Fine. The guy died protecting you, Mr. President. I'm sure that's what we always wanted. But he did die protecting. But did he die protecting the president? Wait, I just missed it. I fucking missed it again. Come on, do I have to say anything twice? We planned a fake assassination, but somebody else came along and tried to make it real. 2 shots were fired, remember? Like you said, Edgeworth, one of them was the bullet I shot through the balloon, but the second, that wasn't me. The second wasn't you? Really? Then who did fire it? The real assassin, but not the killer. His plan was to come after the president with a knife. No. The most likely suspect here is the piece cowering quietly in the corner. Our lily white queen over there. Miss Lloyd? Again with this? I'm not your danged assassin. But is that really true? I, for one, don't believe it. The gun in the trash can, it can only belong to you. Wait. When you pop a balloon, where's the pop? Right? He shoots at the balloon, and the balloon pops. Where's the pop? Right? And in the second shot, he shot at Rook. As soon as I got the balloon, I rushed over to help Rock escort the person back in the room. I left Rook in this room while I secured the president in the safe room. When I came back out, Rook was lying there on the ground. Miss Journalist must have shot Rook while we were escorting the president off the stage. That single killer shot was fired by the gun you found in the trash can. So you don't actually know when the victim was struck by a bullet, do you? The knight doesn't protect the Rook, Ashworth. He protects the king. You want to translate? It means that his only concern was protecting the president. Lose the king and you lose the game. Isn't that the first rule of chess? But a win in which a key piece is sacrificed is a hollow victory indeed. Doesn't matter. Still a victory. I kept the president safe. I win. Well, it's a bit early to be calling our little match in any case, for this is where our battle really begins. Knight's Gambit.
Hold it!
Press everything.
Hold it! Hold it! Hold it! Hold it!
So we heard the bone. As soon as I shot that balloon, I rushed over to help Rook escort. I left Rook in this room while I secured the president in the safe room. When I came back, Rook was lying over there on the ground. This journalist must have shot Rook while we were escorting the president. Still, with a single killer shot was fired by the gun you found in the trash can. That single killer shot. Huh? Escorting the president off stage. That single killer shot was fired by the gun you found in the trash can. Spent 2 bullets, same model. Should I present this? Must have shot Rook while we were escorting the president off the stage. This journalist must have shot. was to aim the laser pointer at the president, not my fault. If that wasn't enough for you, you were the one who decided to bring a gun to the party. Left side. Spent 2 bullets, same model as the victims. A lot of contradictions. Came back out, Rook was lying there on the ground. Mr. Ernest must have shot Rook while we were escorting the president. What does it say? Adorned with his distinctive seashell emblem. Screen showing footage from in and around there, and one monitor is missing. Should I present that? The victim bled to death from a gunshot wound. Off the stage. No, but the blood is there. Okay, this one's tricky. Found in the trash can. Should I present that? I don't know what it's about, but it says the gun, right? That single killer shot.
Objection!
Okay, it is that. What about it? So you contend that it was you who shot the balloon and Miss Lloyd who shot Mr. Rook. Are you sure about that? I'm sure. What you propose would indeed match up with the total number of shots heard. The gun from the trash can itself has also been fired twice. Maybe you had a bullet missing. I don't know. I would suppose the number of shots heard from the gun differed from the number of rounds spent. Simple. Because it was planted. Planted by the real perpetrator of the crime. Somebody faked the evidence? Yes. And if you think about it, the reason for doing so is obvious. To ensure that whoever found the balloon would conclude that the shooter had been in the spectator area. And in order to do that, you had to make it seem as if both shots came. I get it. So that's why I got 2 rounds spent. As we already have proven, the bullet that burst the balloon came from a different weapon, which makes it entirely possible that the bullet which killed Mr. Rook didn't come from this gun either. Nice work, Edgeworth. That's some high-grade sleuthing. But why don't you get to the point? You've come this far, spit it out. Well, I intend to, don't worry. The person that really shot Mr. Rook was you.
Take that!
You, Mr. Knight. You're the one who murdered Mr. But didn't we just say he wasn't the assassin? Like a few testimonies ago, it asked us, like, is he the assassin or is he not the assassin? And we said he's not the assassin. And that was the right answer. Oh, finally got the courage to say it, huh? Sure not. You wouldn't have. It wasn't only the killer who tried to take advantage of this fake murder plot. You killed Mr. Rook, hoping that he would look like an accidental victim of the bungled assassination. With the president locked away in the safe room and the door of the airplane tightly closed, it was just you and Mr. Rook alone together. And it was when the third bullet was fired, right into your colleague's body.
Objection!
Objection! Wait, you're really gonna claim the third one now? You just said only 2 gunshots were heard. You wanna tell me how that works? What? Third one. People didn't hear it. What do you mean? It was just you and Mr. Rook alone together and have a third bullet.
Objection!
Objection! Airplane cabins are practically soundproof, Mr. Knight. When you close that door, nothing can be heard from the outside, not even gunfire. But wasn't the president right next door? Very true, which means that he may have heard the shot himself. Well, Mr. President, I didn't hear anything. You can observe the room through a security feed. Oh, it hit that. The camera in this room isn't normally on. I have to manually switch it on when I enter the safe room. And that's what you did this time too, right? Well, that's what's gotten into him. Mr. President, this is vitally important. Alright, well, Mr. President Wang. Fine. I was busy hiding under the bed, covering my ears. This guy. Is he even a human? Even though you need a whole thing. Is he even human? He kind of looks like a dog, right? Look at his ears. His ears. Like, that's not human. Because I hate the sound of guns. Just listen to that awful noise, and it's just too much. Bruh. Mr. Knight, you saw that President Wang was cowering beneath the bed. And what's more, you knew from the monitor bank that the security camera in this room hadn't been switched on. Which means you knew that the circumstances were perfect for you to fire the third shot right at Mr. Rook. Knight, how could you? Could you really have betrayed my trust so horribly? Do you think I killed old halfwit? You don't trust me much, huh? This is things I get for putting my life on the line for you after day. I want to believe you, but I don't get it. I just don't get it. What is there to doubt here? What? You don't believe the girl over there could have done it? No, because this gun isn't a murder weapon. You know this from the number of bullets fired. Yeah? Well, how do you know there wasn't a spent bullet from the start? What? Someone could have fired a bullet from the gun yesterday or the day before. Then today, another bullet. The bullet that hit Rook. Huh? Someone could have fired a bullet the day before and today it hit Rook. But why was it in the trash can? That's pure speculation, pal, and you know it. Maybe, but can you prove it's not true? Not with any certainty, no. You're nothing without conclusive proof. Come on, a single piece of evidence straight through my heart. I dare you. Well, what you waiting for? There must be something, mustn't there? If you can't prove it, Tabbies, please, Ruffles, I messed up. I know I did. I should never have done what I did, not even for a scoop. But murder? Nah, that ain't me. And a murderous bone in my body. Conclusive proof. If only I could prove that Knight's gun is the murder weapon. Perhaps I can. If you at least had the bullet that burst the balloon, you might have a scrap of credibility. Imagine, you could run forensics on it to see if it matched my gun. If we had the bullet that killed Mr. Rook, forensics could tell us which gun it was fired from. No proof, no case, no conversation. Hold it right there. What now? You're not about to claim you do have proof. Of course I do. This ought to be good. Bring it on. Show me this proof. The bullet that killed Mr. Rook. Very well. Oh shit. It's right here. Security monitor. My conclusive evidence. Right here. You want proof? Well, here. Bruh! I have it. I have it. I have the evidence. It's on the monitor. Right then, thanks for playing. That's game over. However, it is here. I had the evidence. I pointed to this. What? As you know, the bullet killed Mr. Rook passed through his body. But where did it end its journey? Perhaps we should cast our minds back to an earlier conversation. After passing through his body, the bullet that took then found itself lodged in the vest. He's right. If the president hadn't been wearing that vest, things could have been a lot worse. But now, of course, we know that the so-called assassination attempt was a complete fabrication. The vest was prepared in advance made to look as if it had been hit by a bullet. Which begs the question, where's the real bullet? I like it. A twist. This is good stuff, Ashworth. Come on. Don't keep us in suspense. Does any evidence point to where the bullet that killed might have ended up? Security monitor. There's something very clearly missing from this room. Yes, a prosecutor with common sense. Okay, let's just ignore him. Take a good look at the bank of security monitors. Oh. I see you've caught on, Mr. President. Splendid. There are screens here showing views of all the airplanes inside out. The only external angle not covered is the right-hand side of the aircraft. That's because the monitors is missing. There was a monitor in that space previously, wasn't there? There was. I have no idea what my plushie is doing there now. It appears to be someone's vain attempt to hide what is obviously lacking. But where did it go, and why? The why is easy enough to answer, because it was struck by a bullet. For if we were to believe that the bullet hit the vest was the real deal, then anything that hinted at the existence of another bullet had to be removed. So, where did the missing monitor go? Where indeed? I believe that it must be hidden somewhere in this plane. After all, there wouldn't have been time to dispose of it outside the aircraft. Detective Gumshoe, conduct a search, if you would. Right away, sir. Mr. President. Extraterritoriality, remember? I have no objection to the search. Please, go ahead. If it will help us to discover the truth behind what happened to Rook, I will not stand in your way. I don't believe this. Rook this, Rook that. Don't you ever think about anyone else? The search has been authorized, Detective, if you wouldn't mind. Sir, found the monitor. Let's go. Excellent work. Now go ahead and extract the bullet. Let's see, if I put my hand in and just, come on, got it. Well, would you look at that bullet? This is the bullet that killed Mr. Rook. There's no doubt about it. And there you have it, Mr. Knight. A single piece of evidence you requested, straight through your heart. Even you must now admit, if this bullet didn't come from the Spectator area gun, then Miss Lloyd cannot be Mr. Rook's killer. What? No pithy comeback? Detective, have forensics analyze the bullet for a situation to compare them to the gun we found. Yes, sir. Look at the evidence you need. We can count on it. Alright, let's hear what the forensics has to say. Our findings are as follows, sir. Firstly, the blood in the bullet is indeed that of the victim, proving that it was the bullet that killed Mr. Rook. Secondly, we found Mr. Knight's fingerprints on the gun, probably from when I handed all the evidence over to him. Now for the key part. The striations. If they're not a match, Miss Lloyd is in the clear. Lastly, are a match with this weapon. What? But how could that be? No way. Come on. There's no doubt about it, sir. This is the gun that fired the bullet. How? Conclusive proof that I was right. What's the matter? You didn't think you had me backed into a corner, did you? She misread the board. Because the only one backed into the corner is you. There's no denying it, for it's proof that the gun and the bullet are a match. The bullet that killed Mr. Rook was fired from the gun you found in the Spectator area. You pulled the trigger? Can't blame me. I was up on the stage, but leaves your little friend. The hack killed Rook. She's the murderer. You just proved it. Your move. Remember two things. One, where you found a gun. And two, which gun the fatal bullet came from. Whichever way you look at it, I can't have been the shooter. Me and the president, we admitted to faking the assassination attempt. Now it's your turn to admit something. Who the killer really is. There's no way Tabby did it. Don't let him get to UK. We just need to get over his statements again. There must be something further we can deduce from them. Okay, let's do this. There's no denying it.
Hold it!
They're a match.
Objection!
No. Objection. As someone who believes that evidence is everything in court, the irony is not lost on me, but if I were to call a piece of evidence in question, it would have to be the gun, right? Involved the weapon matter. After all, we only just recovered the bullet a little while ago. We know that Mr. Knight had an opportunity to handle the gun. Hand it over the evidence you have gathered and remove yourself from this plane. Now do as I say, if I were you. This can't be the end, can it? Indeed, he had an ample opportunity. There's no doubt that this gun is the weapon that was used in crime, which means that it must belong to...
Take that!
The gun belongs to Mr. Knight. He switched him around. That has to be it. The bullet. The bullet that killed Rooks was fired from the gun you found in the spectator area.
Hold it!
Hold it.
Objection!
No, you hold it. You were the one who proved it. Move on, that gun and the final bullet. Move over the trigger? Can't be on me. It was even your little friend. The hack killed Rook. She's the murderer, and you just proved it. Do I present this? Switch for the one found in the spectator area.
Hold it!
Just gonna press everything just in case.
Hold it!
Just press everything.
Objection!
Objection!
Hold it!
I really does. I really wish we would have been received this. They've been switched.
Objection!
They've been switched. Huh. An intriguing move there, Edgeworth. And you must have made the switch when I handed over the evidence. I was busy trying to make the case for remaining on the institution. You took the laser from the gun we found in the trash can and put it in your own. Then, not long afterwards, you handed that gun back to me instead of the one we found. Did I? I did? You think I somehow knew you'd find, let alone run forensic in the bullet? Is it that strange? You're a chess player after all. A man well used to thinking several moves ahead. I'm flattered, but as much as it pains me to do it, you're overestimating my abilities. Besides, do you even have proof that I made the switch? The gun is the same model as mine. Weird, sure, but it's just a coincidence. And look, there's a laser sight attached. Also, take a look at the cylinder. 2 spent bullets. Just what you might expect to see. So what proof do you have that I switched your erosion gun for mine? None. That's what. You say I'm overestimating your abilities. You surprise me. What can I say? I'm a modest guy. More modest than you, that's for sure. Everywhere except the chessboard, that is. Well, I don't see a chessboard here, do you? Shame. Still, guess that gives you a nice excuse. If I didn't mess up, I just didn't have the right evidence. I don't think I'll be the one making the excuse. Rather, I didn't mess up. They just got lucky with the evidence, will be your excuse, I'd imagine. Their gun is the same all around mine. Weird for a coincidence. Oh, look, a laser sight attached.
Hold it!
You'd have to maintain the right number of bullets per gun. He didn't have the chance to put any gloves. Which means, alright, I think it's about time you did the right thing and resign. He reloads his gun every time he fires it. But even if I were to tell you how many there were at the time, you'd have no way of verifying that. In order to swap the guns properly, he'd have to maintain the right number of bullets per gun. He didn't have the chance to put in the glove, which means...
Hold
let's
it!
press that.
Objection!
Can you take it out? Switch for the one in the spectator area. Why is there two? Bullet markings match those of the bullet fired in the insect. So he fired two. Guess what we'd expect is, well, we'd expect 3, right?
Objection!
2 spent bullets. The bullet at Kiro. Should we try this?
Objection! Hold
Let's
it!
press again. reboots his gun every time he fires it. In order to swap the guns properly, he'd have to maintain the right number of bullets per gun.
Objection!
So what proof do you have that I switched to the original? The gun is the same model as mine. Coincidence? Take a look at the cylinder. 2 small bullets, just what we'd expect to see. That is not what we'd expect to see. There would be 3, right? Imagine the 2 gunshots go through the corner that blows it. Bullet markings match those of the bullet fired in the incident. Okay, so 2 fired a shot. That killed Rook. Okay, so this bullet that killed Rook is this gun, right? Planted ahead of time. I don't know, man. How does this make sense? Like, what the fuck? So this is one, and then another one fired, right? Like bang bang, that's 2. And then this shows us it should be 3. What the fuck? They all say the same thing.
Objection!
Should I try that? Direct evidence, but That in itself is proof of a crime, because otherwise the situation shouldn't line up like they do, right? Right, when it comes to infer from the evidence he brings up in his testimony, the truth is very similar. The gun is the same model as mine. Coincidence? Sure. There's a laser attached. Also, take a look at the cylinder. It's switched out for original. But I switched the original gun out for mine. Switched for the one he found his victim. Bullet match those in the bullet fire. Which one? The fake assassination? In the incident. Do I show him the gun?
Objection!
That's what I'm fucking saying. There's two. Should be three. I have your proof right here. Which, that's your proof? I think you've been working too hard, Edgeworth. Not the gun itself, the evidence it carries. Evidence that will prove once and for all that it does in fact belong to you. Looking forward to this? Go ahead, make your move. What's about to come into play? The rook, the bishop, not a pawn, surely. The evidence the gun will provide takes form of fingerprints. Fingerprints. Namely, your fingerprints, Mr. Knight.
Objection!
My fingerprints. Of course my fingerprints are gone. You handed it to me right when you gave up the evidence. How could they have not been there? What if I told you there are prints on the part of your gun that you shouldn't have touched at any point? Where? But I can. There's a place where your fingerprints could never have. There's a place where your fingerprints could never have been left if things happened as you say. Allow me to present the final piece of evidence that will bring your game to its rightful conclusion. Right there. Hold the grip. No exception. No, this thing. Here, look closely at the cylinder. 2 bullets fired, but where are the prints we're looking for, sir? What am I looking at? You did indeed switch the guns when I handed you the evidence. But if that were all you had done, your deception would have been easily detected. Because the number of bullets fired by each gun was different. There were 2 spent bullets in the gun found. Yeah, but what about Mr. Knight's gun? We know that he fired 2 bullets from the stage. And he fired another bullet into Mr. O'Kenny's, right? That's 3, right? So 3 bullets in total, plus the few odd ones he let loose and shocked during our little game. After each shot, he reloaded his gun out of habit. With his bare hands, of course. Officer, where exactly were Mr. Knight's fingerprints found? The ones you mentioned in your report. Sir, they were found on the exterior of the weapon, but also on the bullets themselves. I'm not sure they could have gotten to the point from just me handing you the evidence, Mr. Knight. And there we have it. Proof that you did indeed switch the guns. This gun, the one which fired the bullet that killed Mr. Rook, is yours. And in taking his life, you are the true assassin. Checkmate. He's biting his lips. And we know his motive and everything too, so there's not much to say. Hey yo, did I just see a hot dog? The samurai dogs? I was gonna be the new chief of security. That blasted Rook. If it hadn't been for him, I would have been in charge by now. I would have been in control of the whole team. The plan was perfect. The fake assassination was supposed to be flawless. Detective Gumshoe, right away, sir. Curse you, Edgeworth. Our game isn't over yet. Aye. I'm afraid this is somewhere to go for today. The next moves we play will be in the courtroom. It's not fair. Mr. Edgeworth, I owe you a debt of gratitude. You exposed the murderer within the ranks of my own personal guard. I would not soon forget that. It's only very presidential now that we're back outside of the plane. I saw it, you know, when I first proposed a fake assassination to him. You want me to handle it, not Rook? Rook refused, but I can rely on you, can't I? Of course, sir. You can count on me. I'll put together a plan that possibly can't fail. And he'll play his part like the pawn he is. The hatred in his eyes was plain to see. He despised poor Rook. I was not entirely comfortable about moving forward with Knight in charge of a little deception. But looking back, I think he sensed my discomfort. I can't help but think I played a part in the decision to end Rook's life. Mr. President, none of this would have happened if you hadn't plotted to fake an attempt on your life. That was your crime, and it is a crime you will have to live with. You are right. I can only apologize for the part I played, and I will no doubt be made to pay for my actions in one way or another. But I thank you nonetheless. You solved the riddle of Rook's demise, and for that, I shall be eternally grateful. I'll be here in your country for a little while longer yet. But when I have returned home, perhaps you will visit us in Zingfa. You will always be welcome. Do I get to meet Agent Ling? See ya. Oh, thank you. Well, that ends well. Miss Lloyd, the accusation of murder made against you was of course entirely groundless. But the fact remains you were a willing participant in the staged assassination attempt. She got paid. She got her scoop, right? It's like they kind of paid her. And if it wasn't her, it would have been someone else. The police will no doubt wish to speak to you about the matter. You should be aware that you may be well punished for your actions. I know, I'm awfully sorry about everything. Truly am. I understand your desire for scoop, but there are limits. There sure are. I got me some serious thinking to do. You did it, Edgeworth. That was up next. Local persecutor solves assassination conundrum. Earns eternal gratitude of president. How's that for a headline? That's my report here. Mr. Prosecutor, how does it feel to solve an important case? You must be over the moon. She certainly doesn't stay down for long. No comment. Dang, you're right. One tight-lipped son of a gun. This case isn't over yet. It isn't? How come, sir? Because until we unravel the story behind this, the case will never be over.
Take that!
Shelley has yet to complete his assignment. You mean he might still try to murder his president? Hope I'm wrong, I'm not sure, but this could all blow up into something more sinister. As one would expect, with the attempted assassination of the president, the case was all over the news. My preparations for Mr. Knight's trial were constantly interrupted by requests from the press. There wasn't a person in the land who didn't know about the case. Everyone was talking about it. But in the midst of the frenzy that followed, nobody noticed that this was the only first move in the game, far bigger than any of us could have imagined. End of part 1. Done for now.